Hi. Day 118. Hi, Zai. Hi, Frosty. Thank you for the follow. Nice shirt on. What do you mean on time for what? Fuck you. I am literally always on time. Oh. Oh my god. Stab somebody. Hi, Air. You were on time for once, Shirkan. Love how as soon as you're live, a 30-second ad plays and is paused, so I have to hit play. What? Why would it be paused? That's just obnoxious. Hi, Gail. Hi, Lost One. Is the ad over, Zai? I am always on time. How dare you? How dare you, Shirkan? I I used to not have a schedule. Now my only schedule is 9 a.m. Hi, Zai. Hi, Global. I guess there's nothing playing since I just have the stream open. Yevlin late? I thought we used protection. I'm literally not late. I am literally not late. Oh god, what is that from where they say literally wrong? Where they're like, I am literally. Today's the day we get to raid. Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Been months. We got to a point where we were like, we're just clearing heroic and everybody's fully geared. We good to stop? And it was like, yeah. Oh. I think this is 5. Yeah. Hi, Carface. Hi, Technorave. I don't think I asked how was your walk yesterday. The walk was good. If I remember correctly, we did 3.5 miles of 0 incline. And then we did like 2 miles of 12. So by the end, I was pretty gross and sweaty. Yulin, you need to pre-workout. Looking to lubricate your joints? I don't think I'm that flexible. Risk of Rain returns yesterday, now missing Merc and Secret Character. I have Mercenary. I'm still missing the same character because I didn't play yesterday. I don't have Chef. I don't have Loader. I don't have the Secret Character. I feel like there's 1 or 2 more I'm missing. You're always gross and sweaty? No, I'm clean after I shower. That's how showers work. Hi, Bits. It's so funny. I talk about being late with Core, and she's like, "Oh, you haven't trained your community to like just not give a shit about it?" And I'm like, "No, they've trained me." Fly Bits, you're the one that cares the most. Bendy stretches. I just cheesed the Drifter unlock. Got the drone repair kit and just scrapped the kit's drone over and over again. I didn't think they let you do that. Core's hip gave for an hour at the start of stream. Yeah. Body training, Ewan. I think Tuesday is the only time in every early. I don't care. I just like finding things to mess with my friends about. Yeah, well, it means you care the most, Bits. You can't be the one to talk about it the most and be like, I don't actually care. It doesn't work that way. It does allow it? Doesn't drop an item for it, but it still allow it? That's weird to me. Because I thought we tried it and it didn't count. We were just like, oh, I guess it didn't give an item, though. We might have done like 3 drones and 2 repair kits. Or like, no item, doesn't count. Dylan thinks we care. You literally can't be the one to talk about something the most and say you don't care. It doesn't work that way. Oh, my back is horizontal. Although it feels like it needs to be popped. Can we just like blank out and ignore this part of the stream? Hate this. Pop the Yulin. 6:30. So we're going to 8. 10. Saw somebody was streaming this morning, who I haven't seen stream in many months. It was Rosmic. Hi, Juice. That's where I was hanging out before I went live. They were playing TFT and sounded very tired. And I was like, the only thing I know about TFT, Rosmic, is that Pirates is back. And he was like, I fucking hate Pirates. I was like, oh, sorry. Hi, Freya. Hi, love. 30. Oh, God. 25. 20. 15. Go faster! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh. Planking. I hate planking so much. Okay. How long was I muted there? Oops. I recorded Lakeland yesterday. This zone. It's a very pretty zone. You'll see it much later, Freya. Flip my track around, as you all saw. Oh, the voice is back. Because it's a C and an L, I thought it was a D, and I was like, bad. I was like, fuck, is my mic messed up? Yeah, this zone is the first zone for Shadowbringers. And oh my god. It was easy to record. I messed up like 3 times. 1 time a fate spawned in front of me. 2 times I took a wrong turn. But when I took a wrong turn, it was like a minute into the recording, so it was like, oh, I don't feel bad about anything resetting this. However, the weather was driving me nuts. Guys. The weather was driving me nuts because it was like, I like to do the first run in the daytime. But it was like nighttime. And then when it became day, it was cloudy. And by the time the clouds cleared up, it was nighttime. And it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Sag, I don't have thighs emote right now. Thighs and butt emotes are hard to have. Because Twitch went on a warpath against them. And now it's like, to still have them is like, they had to have missed them. They were like, they're lewd and inappropriate. We need to clear them out. So they got rid of all boob, thigh, and butt emotes. Blizzard would go on a warp against them as well. Blizzard kind of did. They got rid of all of the sexualized paintings a few years ago. Which game is this from? This is Final Fantasy XIV. Don't actually say that. That's mean. I saw a story that you just reminded me of, Zai. This guy was playing World of Warcraft, and he was running around on a zebra mount. Which the zebra mount is from Recruit a Friend. And so, to get it, you literally have to have a friend, start playing the game, and use you as a refer a friend, and like do the Recruit a Friend thing with them. But he was running around on this zebra. A guy saw him and was like, dude, that mount is so cool, where'd you get it? And he goes, there's zebras in the Barrens, it's a rare drop from them. And this guy went and killed zebras for a fucking week. And he saw that guy a week later. Or the dude messaged him and the guy was like, dude, how rare is this mount? I haven't gotten it, I've been here all week. And he was like, oh no. I'm so sorry. It's actually Recruit a Friend, I was just dicking with you at the time. I didn't think you were gonna go that hard. I didn't think you were gonna go try and kill it at all. And the guy was just like, man, go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Well, this was like 20 years ago, Zai. This was like before that information was readily available. I kind of like imagine he could have looked it up himself, right? Because like it was WoW. They still had that information available back then. But it was less like widely known, especially in WoW, that like, oh, you just want to go look something up, you just can. And so this guy grinded zebras for a week. Just like, I'm gonna get that cool zebra mount. I'm gonna be so much cooler than everybody else. Recruit a Friend. Go fuck yourself. I hate you. I hate you for eternity. I hope your family suffers. Skill issue. Hi, Juice. I don't know if I said hi to you. The Crystal Tower looks really cool in the background. And it'll look even cooler at night. Truck-kun. Did anybody vote for the Game Awards? That's what I did this morning. I don't think it means anything, but I still did it. I found my new home. Where's your new home? Haven't voted. There? Not planning on voting? I still voted there with you. You can't say it like that. Gotta feel Baldur's Gate 3 is winning quite a few things there. Yeah, and it deserves it. The categories looked a little not good. Like at one point it was like best indie game. And I think Baldur's Gate 3 should have been there. And then it wasn't. But also like best indie game, Dave the Diver was there. And that's apparently not an indie game. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I actually voted for Tears of the Kingdom for Game of the Year. I love Baldur's Gate 3. It is kind of buggy. And I'm like, that kind of takes it away from me a little. Like, Lost One and I had to reset a lot because of bugs. And so it's like, it's just hard for me to put it at number 1. And a lot of the criticism about Tears of the Kingdom was like, oh, it's just Breath of the Wild more. Like, it's just more Breath of the Wild. And it's like, I mean, yes. But Breath of the Wild was like, it almost feels like Breath of the Wild is the developer's kit for Tears of the Kingdom. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is the main game. And Breath of the Wild was just the tester for it. And it was like, no, Breath of the Wild's the main game. And Tears of the Kingdom is just, it doesn't innovate anything. It's like, what? Okay. So I voted for Tears of the Kingdom best game of the year. And then I voted for Baldur's Gate and a lot of other categories. I don't know. We'll see. I expect Baldur's Gate to fucking clean sweep. I was very happy. I was very happy to see Starfield not in Game of the Year. Because I didn't want Bethesda Frogs to just vote it there, despite it being like a 5 out of 10 game. There was one category that was like best message for video games. And it was like, there were 6 games there, and it was like, I haven't heard of any of these. I feel like Starfield only got a nomination as best RPG as a consolidation prize. It was like, there was like one thing Starfield was in, I don't even remember. Hey, Euland. Would you rather be stranded in an ocean or on another planet? What do I have in these scenarios? If it's just like teleported randomly, is it a planet that supports you have a fork? Probably the planet. If it's on the planet, if it doesn't support life, I die pretty quickly. If it does support life, I could probably maybe survive? It has wacky creatures. I'm probably not going to survive. It has wacky creatures and they're all comically large. I'm probably not going to survive on another planet. I don't have, like, survivor skills when it comes to, like, being out in the wilderness. But out in the ocean, you're 100% dead. You're 100% dead. It's my biggest fear. You're just swimming until you get tired in 3 hours, and then you drown. That sounds awful. That sounds like the worst way to go. Slow, painful, exhausting, scared. Fuck that. With the planet, how about out in the ocean on another planet? Yeah, no, that sounds even worse. If I'm on a planet, I have a bit of control. I could try living for a while, right? But also, if I'm like, wow, it's really scary here and I'm not having fun, I could find a cliff and just, myself in a very fast and painless way. Starfield 0 of 10 game. I don't feel like it's a 0. You have your skills? Yeah. My favorite thing about Starfield was seeing the hype, and cope people saying was good, and have a near 90% score on Steam, to slowly drop to 70 mix when it started to set in. I could survive a rock for 53 years. And you have a fork. What if the planet has no cliffs? I could find a way to kill myself on another planet. If it's got anything I can, that has weight that I could, chop down or knock over, like a tree, I can kill myself with that. What if the planet was a Minecraft flat world? I'd still prefer to die of starvation there than in the ocean. I don't know why you want to take away the one good thing for me, but what the fuck? Yeah, I don't think it gets worse than drowning. There are people that have said drowning isn't that bad because you get to a point of painlessness where you're just how do they know? Because they've drowned, but then been revived before they actually die. But they'll be yeah, I got to a point where my lungs were fucking filling with water, I was sinking down, your vision fades to black, and then they woke up getting first aid, and their lungs pumped, and they live. People have gone to the point of they, on their own, there's no way they live, but through the intervention of others, they would live. There did my voting. This was the first section I required, because when I tried to record the last section, a fate spawned on me, and then it was nighttime by the time I cleared it out. I was just like, fuck, we'll go to the next section. Please don't die, you're too nice a person. Techno Rave. I have no intention of dying anytime soon. I do absolutely love the, would you rather die doing this or this? What if it was like this? What if it was painful and awful like this? Don't die! You fucking goofball. You're a goofball. I want a drink. Drinking water. I would love to drink Gatorade, because I kind of hate the taste of water. However, Gatorade has fucking calories in it. My whole goal right now is calorie deficit, and so I'm eating things that have very low calories. I would love to drink milk. Oh my god, I would love to drink milk, but milk has a ton of calories. Gatorade has just as many calories as milk does. Where's my drink that actively takes calories out of me? If somebody invents that, they win. They have won life. Ultimate invention. Just do it, forehead? No, we gotta lose weight. We gotta be hot for Blue Twitch. Just put some cocaine in your drink. I don't think I make enough money for cocaine. That's the big stopping point right there, Shirkan. Cocaine is expensive. Brilliant, give me 4 hours. Move to Cuba. I think it's expensive there too. I also think it's very difficult to just move to Cuba. Most countries, to live there, you need a work visa or a retirement visa. And I'm not old enough for a retirement visa. Spoiled milk, that will give you food poisoning and not make you eat for a day, therefore losing calories. Absolutely vile. Just go work on their cocaine plantations. Huh. I don't think I would make it. I'd be like, I want to work in Cuba on cocaine plantations, and the FBI would show up at my door the next day like, sir, are you fucking serious? Like, for real? Okay. There's like kind of a path here, and then it goes away. It annoys me when there's not much of a path. I want fucking a paved road, fences, lanterns. This is like, there's a little discoloration. But the Crystal Tower looks really cool here. It's got like the light halo around it. Soon? What's the soon for me? Risk of Rain 2 expansion soon. But we don't know when. And then November 30th is World of Warcraft Season of Discovery. But what if it turns into cheese mid-digestion? For me, soon is Remnant 2 DLC, which is today. Fuck yeah! I voted for Remnant 2 on one of the games. I think it was like Best Action RPG or something. Hollow Knight Silksong coming soon. Yeah, 2033. Can't wait. That'll be a great time. That game is never coming out, Techno Rave. No, for me, I get to raid today. So I'm like fucking over the moon for that. I should play Diablo when I have spare time. Yesterday I started leveling a character and I was like, why am I doing this? But I think I was just such in a WoW mood that that's what I was doing. I'm still waiting on King for Another Day 3. I don't even know what Another Day 3 is. I feel like I should and I'm just mind blanking on it. Silksong someday, Copium. King for Another Day is a wild ride. What is it even about? Well, I want you to say more now. That game is real copium, trust me, bro. You know what was crazy yesterday? Do you know Siva Gunner? No clue. Yesterday we had somebody come in, and they were like, hey, how are you? Where are we going? Oh, drink lots of water. Do you have any more avatars? Well, you should give me a shout out and I make avatars. And I was like, alright, saw that one coming. Lost one, ban them. Lost one, banned them. And then they went and joined my Discord. And so, like, after stream, hi, Reimu. point of view walking around Altus and Arma 3. We're not against doing Arma point of view walking. Right now we've got World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, and Guild Wars 2 videos. Next we're adding Star Wars The Old Republic and Rift. Silva, not Siva? Did I read it wrong, or was it spelled wrong? Spelled wrong, okay. Anyway, so this person I banned literally just went and joined my Discord yesterday. And I looked at the welcome channel, was just like, what? What? Get the fuck out of here. Hi, Pixel. Wouldn't that take 5 hours? You have the sanity. I would probably not do it all in 5 hours. I'd probably break it up into multiple parts. What is Silva Gunner? Hi, Zuvi. Rip your back. Oh, yeah, from piano. Honestly, this kind of exercise seems pog in VR. I really like it, Reimu. I just really like walking through video games like this. So, I kind of built a stream around this in case, like, nobody showed up and it was just me. I'd still be entertained. And so I would walk 5 miles, walk through videos like this. And then just everybody's been fucking showering me with support and attention. And I have people to talk to, which is even better. So I'm kind of just like, wow, this is the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. What an absolute 5-head strategy. Zuvi had to move a piano yesterday. Oh, today? They take music and change it. So, for example, if you try to listen to Shovel Knight music on Silva Gunner, you'll end up listening to a completely different song, even though it still sounds like Shovel Knight music. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's kind of better if you, like, carry 10 kilograms of gear. So here's the thing, Reimu. We're on a flat treadmill right now, and walk 20 miles. We're not walking 20 miles. We're on a flat treadmill right now. But people can pay, like, bits or gift subs, or PayPal donos, to increase the incline. So, and it's pretty often, I'll be at like a 12-degree incline. And it is a way harder exercise when that happens. I'm gonna go lay down or something? Okay. I could walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. Okay, so what does Silva Gunner have to do with the other thing? For King for Another Day. These guys were so annoying. They just kept walking right in the middle of the path and stopping there. And it's like, you little shits. I remember my high school and my parents forgot to pick me up. Oh my god. I walked almost 6 kilometers. It would have been like a 25-mile walk for me if my parents didn't pick me up from high school once. But that didn't happen once. I think one time my mom was late to picking me up, but I had a phone and she just called me and was like, hey, I'm running late, hang out. If my school caught you walking, they would call the police on you? What the fuck? I once had to walk 3 hours in the snow because the transports had to stop. Hi, Brown. That's gnarly. All three of those things are gnarly. When I was in first and second grade and half of third grade, I walked to school. It was like a 5-minute walk. They don't want people walking or riding their bike to school? My first thought is they don't like poor people. Schools in different countries. In the second half of third grade, I went to school that was like right next to my house. So I was walking again. And then for fourth grade on, I went to a private school that was in another town, so my mom had to drive me. Which the driving was weird. I look at it now, I'm like, man, that took so much time out of the day. That sucked. But at the same time, it meant like I had to be in the car for an hour with my mom, and we really knew each other and were like best friends. So like, that fostered a really good relationship with me and my parents. No one lived 5 minutes from school, it was in a field? That's kind of weird. People maybe lived within 5 miles of it? That's super weird. Just out in the middle of nowhere, school. Hi, Ramus. I need to update my 7TV emotes. I need proxy stuff. Fostered. So, when I was recording this section the first time, I took a left turn here, and that was incorrect. I needed to take a left turn up ahead. And my marker for it was there's a wall that, like, goes sideways down, sideways down, sideways down. Hi, Louie. Left, right, left, right. I was saying that with the opposite feet. I was really taking a right step while saying left. This wall up here. This was my marker to actually turn left. What a chilled place. It's really foggy right now, Louis, so you don't get to see, like, how pretty it is. But, like, all the trees are purple, and there's a big crystal tower in the background. Yulin, switch how you are swinging your arms? What does that even mean? Are you saying do it like this? This looks way stupid for the camera angle. No. This button. Here we go. Right foot forward, right arm forward. This feels so wrong and stupid. That feels so dumb, Juice. Built incorrectly. It looks funny. It looks stupid. What else was there in the Game Awards? The big thing was Dave the Diver and Baldur's Gate being in the wrong categories. Intense city music for 10 feet. I didn't play Mario Wonder. I actually don't even know what that is, but everybody's like, it was incredible, it was amazing, it was so innovative, and I'm like, oh. I don't know shit about this game. That's how you did it for a bit as a kid when you wanted to walk while swinging your arms like everyone else? So hang on. You were trying to swing your arms like everybody else and doing it like that? Ongoing game confuses me. Is it supposed to be live service or not? That's something that gets continual updates. So like Genshin Impact came out 3 years ago, but it constantly gets new updates, and so it's for games that like, you're not going to get the full story. You're going to get more in a month, and you're going to get more a month after that. It did new stuff Nintendo actually tried? It's frustrating when some of their IPs get love and are well made. And I can't help but bring everything back to Pokemon for Nintendo, because like, why don't they give it this? Why don't they do it for this? Yes, because needing to swing your arms is a skill issue, but it's natural. You shouldn't actually be swinging your arms. It should be like, the movement of your legs pushes your arm back and forth. You shouldn't be like, ho, 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 ho. You don't need to do that. Your arm should just naturally do it. No, it is natural. I'm not putting any exertion in my arm right now. Which is basically live service, which is why Cyberpunk there feels weird. They were not meant to be constantly updating. It was rather due to shit release. I agree, Brown. And a lot of people are going to be like, this is going to get best live service because it was shit and they updated it to amazing. Neil, and you are moving your shoulders? No. No, I'm not moving my shoulders right now. You have a weird step. What the reason... Okay. Your arm attaches here. This hangs. The reason it sways is because when you step forward, your body moves forward a bit, your arm goes back. When you move back with that leg, it goes backward. Or I guess your shoulders would move a little naturally, but they're literally supposed to. I was told to put one foot in front of the other, and I do. Nothing else. I think it's really, really hard to, like, not do anything with your arm. I think it's based on your steps, Juice. I think you're too stabilized with your steps, or, like, you're counter-swinging your body. If I dead arm my arm, it's going to swing. This is my arm when I just dead arm it. Do you step side to side? Or do you put one foot exactly in front of the other? I don't put one foot exactly in front of the other, because that would require pushing them inward. They're not, like, perfectly, like, forward and back. They're kind of a little bit of a turn. Like, they move a little bit on a curve. I was getting to this guy. And the people that were in Discord with me were like, that's a fate. And I'm like, no, it's not a fate, he's always there. And then the fate music never started. It's like, oh, thank God. Why do I feel Monster Hunter vibes in this world? It does kind of have the color scheme of the... Was it the Coral Highlands? No, not the Highlands. It was the Coral something in Monster Hunter World. Dead arms, they at most move up and down. Juice, I think you just suck at walking. I think you're just bad at walking. It's okay to be bad at walking. It's much worse to be bad at, like, paying your taxes. I'm kinda an oldie. I play Monster Hunter 3. I started on Monster Hunter 3 for the Wii. So I started with Monster Hunter Tri. Then I played Tri-U. Then I played 4 Ultimate. Then I played Double Cross. And then I played World, then I played Generations Ultimate, and then I played Rise. I am fucking about to strangle Capcom Reimu because they're not giving us Monster Hunter 6 info. And I genuinely am, like, mad about it. Actually, Madge. It's... Look... That's what's natural for most humans, Juice. If it's not natural for you, you do what's natural for you. Hi, Jan. How's Generations Ultimate? So apparently Generations Ultimate is like one of the best Monster Hunter games ever. Here's the problem. It came out after World, and World had so many quality of life improvements that if you play World, it's very difficult to go back to Generations Ultimate. So, like... I played World, and in World, you don't have to stop to pick up herbs. You literally, you run by an herb, then you fucking scoop that shit up, and you've got it. You, like, I don't even think you slow down when running. In Generations Ultimate, there is a 3-second animation to pick up an herb, to pick up any item. And it's shit like that that just makes me be like, wow, I fucking hate this. And so... World had like 29 monsters on launch, and then with Iceborne that went up to like 46 or something. Generations Ultimate has like 130 monsters in it. Generations Ultimate is such an expansive and vast game with so many levels of content to it that's just like, it's insane. Generations Ultimate is truly incredible. But it doesn't have the quality of life that World and Rise has. And so, it feels like the perfect old Monster Hunter. I need the quality of life. So I actually didn't get that far in it. I'm still in low rank, and I'm just like, oh my god, I fucking hate this. They did apparently say they have something big for merch. Capcom has said... that they are going to release a game that's going to sell millions of units in March. It has not been confirmed that it's Monster Hunter, and they haven't teased Monster Hunter at all. So it's like, it's probably Monster Hunter, given that it's about that time, and that's the 20th anniversary. However, they're not giving us shit. Monster Hunter 6 never going to happen. Mods, ban Lost One. I can't believe you just said that. That's what they always claim. They seem to be quite confident about it. Yeah. Auto Modelista 2, let's go. Not giving me Auto Modelista 2 after like 20 years. Okay, I will ban self. Don't actually do anything. Don't actually unmod yourself. But you're pushing my button saying it's never coming out, Lost One. Pretty place. We're at the end of it, Jan. You're going through Final Fantasy on the trial for now, right, Jan? You won't be able to see this area on the trial. But you will eventually. Don't ban Juice. It's gonna be Monster Hunter Generations 2. Honestly, I'm so hungry for a Monster Hunter that if everybody else was playing Generations 2, I'd play it. Haven't played in a while, though. Unmod me. Done. You're unmodded, Zai. Easy. That was the fastest request I've ever done. You got to deserve it, Juice. I took a nap with Juice after stream yesterday. And, like, I literally closed my eyes, opened them, and 2 hours had passed. And I was like, what the hell? Swing the hammer at me, found one. No. Easy, easy. The other thing, there's an NPC we walked by up here, and we're like, I can't tell if that's a player or an NPC. And we went back after the end of the walk because it was like right there. And it was like, holy shit, it's an NPC. But they just like stuck out. They just looked kind of nice for just an NPC. Found one, time to drop the bomb then. Don't you do it, Gale. This cat girl right there. Don't you do it, Gale. Don't you say Monster Hunter 6 is never coming out. On one hand, I love seeing my smug about. On the other hand, I'm like, oh, it's too smug. Monhunt 6 smug is never coming out. How dare you? Monhunt 7 is coming out first. Good God. 7, 8, 9. And now he's eaten 6. You can just tell Yuanti is adopted like that. I'm not entirely sure that's the right use of adopted, but yes. That's absolutely a face I make IRL. Just that shit-eating grin. We get to the end of this dock. We look at that island. And then that's the video. What do we get next? Mechagon? I was going to record Guild Wars 2 videos yesterday. Because there's some zones that are like difficult to record and I would literally need like 1 or 2 escorts. But I was like, there's some that I can do, right? And it was just no. Every zone in Guild Wars 2 just has a million mobs in it, and it's just like, this feels impossible to record in. And so I'm probably gonna download, I think I'm gonna download Star Wars. I think we're gonna download that and go through a lot of those zones. There's a lot of the expansion content that I haven't seen yet. And so I'll be able to get zones from like the base game. And I think the first expansion, You Like Thighs? Hell yeah. But then I think there's like 3 or 4 expansions that I need to go through. Oh, but maybe I should do Rift first, because I think Star Wars is getting their visual update. I need to look up when that is. I would rather do Star Wars first. My food today is really pitiful. I ate all the ground beef yesterday because I didn't want it to go bad. And I probably should have gone to the store yesterday. But I still have 2 tortillas and 2 cans of beans. So I figure, what if I just didn't eat ground beef? What if my food today is literally just a single tortilla and a can of beans in it? I feel like I already have a bad sense of taste, and everybody's like, oh god, he eats shit. Moldy vegan tortilla. And then, like, it just gets worse every week, where it's like, alright, we cut out the rice, now we're just having it all in tortilla. Alright, we cut out the ground beef, it's literally just beans in a tortilla. And everybody's just like, oh god. I don't know. My parents keep raving about how healthy beans are, and I'm like, sure. It's a food I can eat, so I like it. We get that a lot at my workplace. Just beans in a tortilla? Really? I wouldn't expect that. Beans. Literally, it's just gonna be a can of red beans. It is a common kid's choice. Alright, that's a low blow, lost one. Well, those kids are healthy, dang it. Ewan eats like a 4-year-old. Oh my god. I do, though. If I could eat anything in any amount, there would be a lot of Pop-Tarts, there would be a lot of goldfish, a gallon of milk a day, a lot of cookies, beans, tortilla, shredded cheese. There's not gonna be any cheese. I don't dislike cheese, it's just, I don't know. I don't go out of my way for cheese. If it's in front of me, I eat it. What are we at? We're at 2 miles. Today's going fast. Yeah, I don't know. I found red beans recently. I mean, I've always liked beans, but maybe I shouldn't say like beans. I've always been like, beans are okay. And someone recently was like, I like red beans though, so I saw those and tried that, and I was like, oh, these are awesome. These are the best. Do you know the cheese that comes in loaves? No, I don't think I do. I don't know, but that's the... I don't know the name, but that's the cheese to shred. I like black beans the most. I think I tried pinto beans recently. And garbanzo beans. And both of them are, like, okay, but I'm just like, red beans just taste way better. I should probably check if, like... Because now that I'm thinking about it, all beans are probably not the same healthiness. I'm wondering, like, oh, wait. Are red beans gonna be, like, the least healthy bean? Because that's the way it usually goes. The thing I like the most is the least healthy. I can't imagine red beans being, like, unhealthy, though. They're not gonna be, like, loaded with sugar somehow. Right? Right? Ah. I need to download Rift and start doing those zones. Today, I'm probably not gonna be, well, I needed to download Rift last night. That's what I needed to do. I think maybe I start Miss of Pandaria zones today. I think I do the Jade Forest, which is my favorite zone, so I'm kind of like, on one hand, excited to do it, but I don't like only doing Final Fantasy and WoW, and that's all I've been doing for like a month or two now. I like garbanzo beans the most. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Global. I can't imagine why. Fuck you, Yuland. Fuck you! Hummus is good. I think I tried it once and I was just like, ugh, I don't like this. And the aquafaba is near flavorless. I don't even know what that is. Is that a fucking cloud or a mountain? I think that's a cloud line with like silver lining. That's kind of crazy looking. When do the not everything is about you. Look, you're right. Not everything is about me. But when you call me Garbanzo Bean for 2 months, and then you're like, I like garbanzo beans the most, it's like, you can't fault me for assuming it's about me. When do the Game Awards results come out? When do we actually see those? Day 8? I don't know what day 8 is. You a Garbo Bean? What the heck, Gale? Garbanzo Bean sounds so funny. It is kind of a, like, weird name, isn't it? LOL, Automod got me? What did you try to say? Frick you, Euland. Wait, but it allowed fuck you, Euland earlier. Did Lost One allow that? Whoa. Wait a minute, hang on. Global! No swearing on my profile. No hex, no fricks, no double-decker dicks. Okay? Have a great night. We got runned over. Yeah, these guys kind of fucking take up the whole road. This is a highlighted message. Does anybody know who Jimmy here is? He's like the only one that does Try Not to Laugh compilations anymore. His sentence had the words, "I am going to kill you" in it, so Automod didn't like it. I see. I can understand why it didn't like that. Jimmy the Spider Wednesday Man? Yeah. I fucking love Try Not to Laugh compilations. And Markiplier had the fucking best ones. But he doesn't do them anymore. Which is like, what the heck, man? So Jimmy here does them now. But like, half of them are about him. Which is like, man... No, go to the fucking... Oh my god. I gotta stop walking for this. Okay, grab this. Go there. Oh my god, it won't just fucking... That was so hard. That was so fucking hard. I had to stop to grab it accurately. I said, don't you think I'm going to attack you in your home? Yeah, the problem with Jimmy Here compilations with his Try Not to Laugh videos is that half the videos are just references to Jimmy's community. And it's like, if you only watch for the laugh compilations, it's like, I don't get half these videos. What is happening? Oh, I forgot something. No, pause. God. I give up. I give up trying to do it in VR. Fuck you, YouTube. I just wanted to increase the sound, damn it. You know, it's almost like an episode of a series sometimes. Missed last week's episode, now you have no context. Yeah. I'm gonna do some gaming now. Put on a good show on my second monitor. I will try. Unless you're saying you're gonna put on a good show. Like something on Netflix on your second monitor. Now I don't even want to come inside. Why? Because you got auto-modded? I don't know what to tell you, Global. I didn't set the auto-mod settings. No, as in that's your responsibility now? I see. You know what, Shirkan? Now I'm not gonna do a good show. I'm gonna be silent for the next 2 hours. What's auto-mod? So Twitch has a thing called auto-mod, where they have, like, common phrases that are typically, not okay. And they block stuff. It's like default in Twitch or in Stream Elements. And so if you said, like, the N-word, in no situation is that okay. And so it would block that. You don't have to, like, try to catch it yourself. You don't need a mod to catch it really fast. It's just like a banned term. Lost one, add blocked phrase pee pee poo poo. You better take off those clothes for Shirkan. I thought about doing a beach day again. I don't know, maybe we do that tomorrow. Put on a good show. No, I don't think I will stop stream. Wait, Euland isn't infertile? Here, I thought Euland was barren. Why would you think I'm barren? Guys don't ever lose their fertility. They can be 80 years old and have kids. There's a, I don't know how true this is, but it's passed around a lot in biology courses of a college course where this girl asked a professor who's like 73 years old, and the girl asked, at what age do men lose the ability to produce children? Or what age do men lose the drive to have sex? And the college professor, who's like 73 by the way, he goes, well, I don't know what age males lose the drive to have sex, but I can tell you it's after the age of 73. Which is like, what? Will wasn't even trying to get Euland Prager's now. Euland skipped my yoke. What joke? Wrong. Proceeds to glow stick. Oh, God. I forgot about that, Pixel. It's November, sir. We could have a beach day in November. You are a guy, you male VTuber. The femboys are different than guys, though, right? Right? Like, there's a difference. I'm hungry. I want food. I had I had 2 burritos yesterday, though they were small burritos. And it was 4-day-old ground beef and beans. And the ground beef I made, I kind of made it poorly. When I put it in the pressure cooker, which, one, it's like, how do you fuck up meat in a pressure cooker? You need to add water, because that's how the pressure cooker works. And I had added too much water. So when you make ground beef in a pressure cooker, all of the grease will drain out of it. And between the grease and the water, it was touching the bottom of the ground beef. And so a lot of the grease, like, soaked back into the ground beef, which is, you know, whatever, it's fine. Ground beef typically has grease in it. But in keeping that in the fridge for 4 days, the grease got real weird. It wasn't, like, super bad. It didn't, like, ruin it. But, like, I'm eating it. I'm eating one of them yesterday, and grease is just draining all over my hand, and it's just like, oh, ugh, lovely. You are the one in bikini, so that's your problem anyways. Why are you pressure cooking meat again? Because it's very low effort to cook ground beef in a pressure cooker. You literally just take your block of ground beef, put it in the pressure cooker. If it's not frozen, 15 minutes. If it is frozen, 25 minutes. And done. It has 0 grease in it if you do it right. And it's easy. Greasy boy. Have you never made pressure cooked meat, Global? I would think most people don't have a pressure cooker. It makes the meat super tender. It is really good. I think the way my dad makes it on the barbecue is better. Hi, Yoha. You need an air fryer? I have an air fryer. I don't think I'd like an air fryer, because the thing with an air fryer is that it dries out fucking everything. At least I assume it does. Maybe it doesn't, and everybody's like, what? No, it doesn't. But it just sounds like it would. And there's things I would want dry, right? So, like, if I had a frozen pizza, clearly Ewan doesn't own an air fryer. Hi, Fanny. If I had a frozen pizza, or I had, like, cold pizza from the day before, that shit's awful in the microwave. It's pretty good, but it's way better in an oven. I'm told it's the best reheated in an air fryer. Because the reason for that is, like, the cold moisture, you don't want it to go back into the pizza and make it, like, soggy. Anyhow, I'm pretty busy today, so I don't know if I could even play WoW today. Okay. I have a raid tonight. I was thinking about maybe playing WoW, but if you're busy, I could do other things. Nah, cold pizza is the best way to eat pizza. I kind of like cold pizza. But reheated in the oven, I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. I prefer it to eating it cold from the fridge. But I don't like the effort, so I'd probably just eat it cold anyway. I mean, so it would be after stream. But, like, also, Fanny, like, it doesn't have to be today. It could be tomorrow. Or Thursday. Don't rush and move around your schedule for it. Why is my hand jittery? It doesn't look jittery to you. It's like my camera's jittering. I don't know what's going on. I know, but also I need to distract myself anyways. Most of my stuff is done. I just needed a sketch before tomorrow. If you need to finish a sketch before tomorrow, then I'm definitely not going to play with you today to make you focus. Get that sketch done. I'm not going to be an enabler. So, this last week, a cinematic came out. A few cinematics came out for a while with the new patch. And in one of them, the big bad guy is this fire dragon named Fyrakk. And he's powered up by, like, shadow fire magic. And Alexstrasza, the Queen of Dragons, she gets in a fight with him and she loses. Because all she ever does is fucking lose to people. She's literally supposed to be the Queen of Dragons and the strongest dragon. And she literally just... she never wins a fucking fight. She literally just never wins. She loses to Fyrakk. And Fyrakk is like, I'm gonna kill you. The Queen of Dragons dies alone. And she goes, I'm never alone. And then they literally do the Marvel's Endgame thing. Where a bunch of portals open up. And heroes and important characters from all over Azeroth show up. And it's so fucking bad and cheesy. She's the Queen of Dragons and all she does is take L's. Yes. It's so bad and cheesy. All of these, like, world leaders who have literally not been on screen once in this expansion. They just show up to defend her. And it's like... Well, she lost to a proto-dragon who has been, like, locked up in a... like, a vault seal thing for, like, 10,000 years. But... They literally do the Avengers Endgame thing with the portals and, like, a whole army showing up and pelting him with fireballs and stuff. And it's like, why? Who wrote this story? It's so bad. I know, but also I need to distract myself anyways. Most of my stuff is done. No, I read that. I mean, it should be done with an hour of work. Just need to plan around it. We'll work on it now. Maybe she should think about a change of profession. The Queen of Dragons lost to a dragon. Well, she's queen in name. She's not like the mother of all dragons that's older than all of them. By the time Endgame did it, it was cheesy. Anime and Power of Friendship already ran that well dry. Yeah. So, okay, here's the way the dragons work. The world used to have a lot of proto-dragons, which proto-dragons were basically like caveman dragons. They were like early, kind of dumb. One of them, I don't know how, but one of them was named Galakrond, and he just grew fucking massive. I think he was empowered by a demigod of death or something. He grew to the size of, like, a fucking cruise ship. Like a giant cruise ship. This proto-dragon was just massive. This proto-dragon was just going around eating anything that moved and, like, covering the world with death. 5 proto-dragons kind of stood against him. And they ended up killing him by making him swallow, like, a boulder or something, or a bomb, I don't remember. They killed him. To reward them, the Titans, which were essentially the gods of this world, were like, we're gonna make you aspects. Which makes you, like, direct servants of us. And so they were made immortal, and each one of them was given, like, kind of dominion over a law of physics. So one of them was given dominion over literal life itself, and she could make and take away life from things. So when red dragons breathe fire, it burns their enemies, but it can also just grow a forest. Black dragons can shape the earth. Bronze dragons have control over time. Blue dragons have control over magic. Green dragons have control over the Emerald Dream, which is like the mirror world to our world. Things that happen in the Emerald Dream happen in our world. And so these 5 dragons were ecstatic about it. And they tried to go to all the dragons around the world and be like, hey, join us and serve the Titans. And most dragons were like, yeah, okay. But a lot of dragons, most notably 4 proto-dragons, were like, we're not fucking servants. No. We're not going to be the servants of these Titans. Fuck them. And so, to not serve the Titans, they went and served the elements and, like, the elementals of the world. And 4 of them got powered up for air, fire, rock, and ice. And so these 4 proto-dragons went to war with the 5, and each of the 4 was stronger than one of the 5. But it was because there was 5 of them, it was kind of like a back and forth. Not water, but ice. I mean, technically water, but she likes ice, so she always uses ice. What happened in the end was, the air dragon attacked the earth dragon when he was the air proto-dragon attacked the earth aspect dragon when he was isolated. And she was going to kill him. But to save himself, he borrowed power from the old gods, which basically makes him a servant and corrupts his sanity forever. This is Deathwing, by the way. So Deathwing makes a deal with the old gods. Razagath, the air proto-dragon, she gets sealed away. She just zoops into a portal and is held there by the old gods. Now Deathwing is stronger and pretending like he's not empowered by the old gods. But it's 5 versus 3, and the 5 aspects are able to cage and imprison the 3 proto-dragons. And they held them in these cages for like 10,000 years or something. Or probably longer than 10,000 years. But a long-ass fucking time. Shit happens. It's revealed that Deathwing was working for the old gods. We kill him. Eventually the blue aspect is like, mortals misuse magic, so I'm gonna kill them all. And we kill him. They have since found replacements. The green dragon aspect dies. She gets a replacement. And then when the Dragon Isles like awaken, the portal that was holding the air proto-dragon just came back. And the air proto-dragon just came out the portal and was like, I gotta free my 3 brothers. Well, 2 brothers and 1 sister. And so she frees them. She dies. Is immortal, dies anyway. Well, they're immortal in that they don't age and, like, come to disease, but they're killable, right? That kind of immortal. And, with the 3 proto-dragons back, one of them is, like, really smart and a master tactician and schemer. He kind of sets the dumb one to fight us, while he himself moves in the background. So we're fighting the dumb one, Fyrak. And then the girl, the ice one, she has actually betrayed the other 2 and joined us. But I kind of get the feeling that it's a ploy, and she's not actually going to be on our side. We'll see. That's where the proto-dragons are. But yeah, there was a scene where Alexstrasza, one of the original aspects, fights fucking Fyrak, loses, And then, like, all the leaders of the Alliance and Horde show up to back her up, and it's like, where the fuck did they come from? Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I can't. I'm in the car back to home yet again because of the theft and not being able to function because of it at the clinic. And so I need some distractions and socialization. Was planning to start sketching right as I got home. Yeah, it's... The overall story, it's not the worst thing. It needed to happen 7 fucking expansions ago. It's kind of fucking bullshit. Like, this should have happened before Cataclysm. But for whatever reason, we're dealing with it now. It makes no sense to deal with it after Shadowlands and Legion, but whatever. That's where it's at. I don't know. The story just feels so out of place. Because, like, the past 5 expansions, we've been dealing with stuff almost on a planetary level. An army about to take over the world. A demon trying to take over the cosmos. Something trying to unmake life and death. And now it just feels like we're playing with lizards on a small island. It just feels like the scope is way out of it. The next 3 expansions feel like they'll be in the right place. But we're not there yet. And the patch that we got 7 days ago is probably going to be what World of Warcraft is for the next year. Yay. But yes, the Queen of Dragons, who is Queen of Dragons only in title. She's not actually, like, the most strong. She's just one of the 2 oldest dragons. Lost to a proto-dragon. I need a drink. Maybe they are just lessening the stakes to make room for more variety in plots. I refuse to believe Blizzard writing team could do anything so well thought out. This just feels like a filler expansion. Wow, and variety in plots. It feels like a filler expansion. It feels like they're trying to make it tense and crazy, and it's just not. I don't know. There isn't a single person that likes the story right now. And so, if they're trying to lessen the stakes for a variety of plots, they are sacrificing too much to get there. Because you ask anybody and they're like, yeah, the story fucking sucks. What are we doing? It was funny when Elite came in yesterday and he was like, who would win, Deathwing or Naxxramas? It's like, fucking what? Naxxramas is a building, dude. Nax is out. Not gonna lie, I left mid-dragon stuff to get food. Understandable. It's not good lore. I don't know. The dragons as a concept, with them being aspects and having control over different realities, is cool. That shit's awesome. And like old school WoW, when you didn't know the dragons, you weren't like intimately familiar with their leaders and whatnot, that shit was awesome. Like back in vanilla, you never met Ysera. You never met Alexstrasza. You never met Kalecgos. You certainly didn't fucking meet Deathwing. The closest one you were meeting was Morazond. Or no, Nozdormu. Who was the aspect of time. He's the bronze dragon aspect. And in Tanaris, there was an area called the Caverns of Time. So you go into these caverns, which you couldn't even go into until you had rep with them, right? You'd get to the Caverns of Time and there was 2 elite bronze dragons at the gate. And like, if you got close, they'd kill you. But once you started getting rep with them, which required doing a very high level 60 raid. High level is an item level. It wasn't just like you hit 60 and you could start doing this rep. You had to hit 60 and then start getting rep with... You had to go through Zul'Gurub, Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and then you could start doing AQ 20 and 40. Then you could go back to the Caverns of Time, and they'd let you in. And there would be, like, people down there... I think, I might be remembering this a little wrong, but down there you could be, like... You could see Nozdormu sleeping. There'd be a bunch of bronze dragons, and they were like, oh, a lowly human has been given access. You must have really gone out of your way to prove yourself. Well, if you'd like to do more, here's how you can be useful to us. They very much treated you like you're just a thing. You're just a, oh wow, good for you. That was the closest you got to the dragons. They were this very much like far above you entity. And then in Burning Crusade, there's nothing about the dragons. I'm still new to WoW. Literally have just been focusing on completing quests in Northern Strangle. Hold in the Amethyst Isle. Yeah, Morazond is the alternate Nozdormu. In Wrath of the Lich King, you meet all the aspects. In Dragonblight, this is where the aspects typically hang out, because this is the Graveyard of Dragons, and there is a temple called Wyrmrest Temple here. And this is where all of the dragons come together to, like, be on the same page with things. And so you meet Alexstrasza here. I think Ysera is here. She might be sleeping and have, like, a stand-in for her. I think Nozdormu shows up here. Kalecgos does not, because Kalecgos is kind of like going rogue and starting to like kidnap mages and anybody that uses magic. He just wants to like prevent anyone from using magic because they're misusing it. And the other aspects as well as the player are just like, yep, can't do that, we're putting you down. Core, don't ship me with your boyfriend. This is weird, you freak. Wrong chat. What chat was that supposed to be in Global? Well, I guess that'd be Core DMs, that's pretty obvious. And so, you kind of just turn on Kalecgos instantly. You'd think the other aspects would be like, please, brother, let us reason with you, this is crazy. But they're kind of just like, nope, he's out of line, fucking put him down, because that was early WoW writing. Deathwing obviously isn't here, because he's just like... He's been beaten up 10,000 years ago and is hiding underground. But like, Wrath of the Lich King is where you meet them. You talk to Alexstrasza a bit. You talk to Nozdormu a bit. You don't really interact with Ysera much. You kill Kalecgos, he's a raid boss. And he gets replaced by a different blue dragon of his fight. No, Kalecgos is the one that replaced him. Malygos is the blue dragon aspect originally. You kill Malygos, Kalecgos replaces him. The third expansion, Cataclysm, Deathwing comes back. And he's the big bad of the expansion. Oh, by the way, Elon, I found out what happens if you volunteer for the magic lessons in Mage Quarter. Yeah, what happens? Deathwing comes back, the whole expansion of Cataclysm is about him. And you kill him, and you really get to meet all the aspects. You meet Ysera for the first time. Nozdormu and Alexstrasza are back. Kalecgos is like, I'm an aspect now. And since then, you've been on, like, first name basis with the dragon aspects, which is like, these are gods. These are timeless, ageless beings who have had dominion over the laws of physics on this world for, like, 30,000 years. And it's just like, yo, what's up, Alex? And she's like, yo, what's up, player? Was stuck as a lesser air elemental for 5 minutes. So, Fanny, your buff bar at the top right of your screen, you can right-click those. So the lesser air elemental, if that happens again, you can right-click it, and you'll be able to do stuff again. You cannot right-click off debuffs, but you can do it with buffs. Yes, you can right-click off buffs. I'm back from beard maintenance. What we talking about? I was talking about how well we knew the dragons. How in Vanilla WoW we didn't know the aspects of the dragons at all. Burning Crusade didn't change that. And Wrath of the Lich King became like a first name basis with them. And then Cataclysm, we really knew all the aspects. Wow, so much for Deathwing. Yeah, Deathwing used to be an aspect. He used to be cool. Then he became corrupted by the old gods because he was scared to die to Raszageth. He was kind of like a sleeper agent for the old gods, which is, the old gods are like Cthulhu and stuff. When fighting the demons 10,000 years ago, he was like, hey, brothers and sisters, let's make an artifact called the Dragon Soul. We'll each put, like, a chunk of our life essence in it to make this really strong artifact that we can use as a weapon against the demons. And all the other 4 dragons were like, this sounds kind of crazy, but I trust you, Neltharion. And so they all put like 20% of their life into this thing, and he just eats it. He just absorbs it, and he's just like, you idiots. You just gave me all your power. I am evil, niahaha. And they were like, oh, shit. And so he became way stronger than any of them, and they literally got weaker for that. He then betrayed them, but they were still able to defeat him along with, like, the help of the Night Elves and whatever. And he disappears for 10,000 years. He kind of just hides in the ground. He got his ass beat so badly that it took him 10,000 years to heal. And he never fully healed, he just kind of sealed his body from cracking apart. He comes back in Cataclysm WoW. And then you kill him for good this time. Actually want to be friends with Ewan, but he thinks I'm going to eat him. What the fuck, Global? We are friends. What do you mean you want to be friends with me? Did you think we weren't friends? That's hurtful. That's actually hurtful, Global. Hello, Dragon. Have you heard anything about our great hero friend, Bob? He isn't wrong, but eating him comes after friendship. By the way, what is up with VentureCo? Genuine question. What is friends to Deathwing 2? So, VentureCo is just a company of goblins. So the lore for goblins, Fanny, is that they kind of used to be dumb and primitive. And they lived on an island called Kazan. And then these trolls found them and enslaved them. They just made slaves of all the goblins. And on this island of Kazan was a material called Kajamite or Kujamite. It's a mineral that they found in the mines. And it does some interesting stuff, so the trolls wanted it, and they were like, hey, goblins, go mine the Kujamite. And so the goblins were in the mines getting it. One of the effects of Kujamite is that after generations of mining it, they started being really smart. And so the goblins became, like, really inflated intelligence, and they're very smart. But they still have, like... They didn't, like... Their intelligence didn't raise at equal rates. So they still have a little bit of a primitive thinking of, like, self first. And so they're very selfish and greedy. They don't understand things like discipline. They don't understand things like, what's the word where you know not to get too much of something? They're kind of just, like, insatiable in, like, greed. I'm forgetting the word to, like, restraint. They don't know restraint. And so goblins as a whole are typically considered really greedy. They're all scam artists. What the fuck is self-control? The venture company is led by a particular goblin who has basically ran a company from Kazan. And he was so egregiously greedy and a scam artist that goblins as a whole, which are all like, wow, we don't really care who's greedy and what, because we're all like this. That guy was too greedy for all of them. So they kicked him out. So this guy took his company, and he's basically trying to, like, do anything illegal he can to make a buck. And so what typically happens is the goblins go somewhere, find out there's, like, a nice mineral in that area, and strip mine it. Which pisses everybody off. They don't care anything about treaties. They don't care anything about territories. They literally just try to, like, show up in areas, strip mine it, and leave. And so nobody likes the venture company. They are kind of just evil. With the rest of the goblins, when Cataclysm happened, this is actually very on topic. When the rest of the Cataclysm happened, Deathwing flew over Kazan, and he triggered, like, 15 different volcanoes that were on the island that had been dormant. And so Kazan just started exploding. Just full force, the whole place is exploding. And everything was destroyed. All of their cities were covered in lava. The only goblins that survived were the ones that got on boats. And the only ones that got on boats were the ones rich enough. Those boats then crashed into, I think, the Lost Isles. And there, they kind of had a run-in with the Horde. They were about to, like, have a civil war with themselves, but Thrall, a very notable orc of the Horde, kind of got them to, like, get along. And established one of their guys as a leader. Unfortunately, it was, like, the worst fucking goblin possible. I'm forgetting his name, but this guy is a piece of shit. And he's the leader of the goblins, and they became members of the Horde in Cataclysm. Hello!
Howdy.
And so, that's goblins. I want to like goblins. But shit, man. Their faces are so ugly. Hi, Foss. You're the leader of the Goblin Zealand? Hardly.
Nah. Yuland is King Moogle reincarnate.
How dare you. I would rather be leader of the goblins than the Moogles. Oh no, Foss. How goes the crafting journey, Foss? Did you do more of that last night? Or is it finally over? I don't expect it to be over.
Wait, Foss is working on crafting?
I think he has to level, like, all the crafting professions for a relic weapon. Servers were mat last night. Euland isn't a Noblin. Euland isn't an elf. Euland's a gnome. I think that's the most offensive of the three, Fanny. Well, no, I think I'd rather be a gnome than a Moogle. But of the three, I'd rather be a goblin.
It doesn't matter, though. You are a Moogle.
How dare you.
There's a button for it to make you release your true form.
I don't see no pom-pom. Not a Moogle. You a no Moogle?
I could press the button if you want me to.
You could. Obviously, I don't want you to.
If I was really evil, I could press the button and then redeem my own and then give me my own points back.
Good lord. I actually... Does it let mods redeem their own stuff? Because I think I tried that in a channel once and it was like, you can't redeem your own stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I could check.
It does? I could have sworn it wouldn't let me.
I'm pretty sure you have like 87 things in queue.
Currently making the things to get the Mastercraft books right now. Ugh, good luck. I saw the relic weapon stuff and I was like, wow, this looks awful and I never want to do it. And people always ask me, like, how many relic weapons do you have? And I'm like, none, I don't hate myself.
I hate the glowing effect that you get for all of them. I like the base of every relic weapon. I'm like, it looks cool when it's not a giant glowing flashbang, and it's like, do the quest and progressively make this item worse and worse. I'm like, no. But what if I don't?
Can you just get the base version and then use that in the glamour chest?
You can, but you have to do the entire quest line for it and max it out.
Ugh.
So that you can get the replica version of the base weapon. And it's like, I could spend a month grinding out this quest line, or I could just not.
I once refunded everything in a queue randomly after someone spent 100k points to make a streamer say a woo. Oops. Ultimate weapons are the super ugly ones? The fact you let me and Kayla here contradicts that statement, Elin. I don't hate either of you two. I actually like both of you. I don't understand Kayla. You, I think I, for the most part, understand Global. I just think you're weird. Kayla, I just don't get. Don't lie, you bitch, you hate all of us. I don't. Trust me, if there's people I don't like, I'll fucking get rid of them. There's a few people... There's one person in the community, and I don't expect them to ever show up... No, I can think of two people in the community. That if they showed up, I'd be like, I just don't want you here. Go away. You only have to do the whole quest for the A Realm Reborn relics. Every other relic, you can get the replicas after you beat the phases. Oh. Rip Core. As if it would be Core Global. Same streamer had 30k point redeem to just end stream and make him stream Columbo and VC. Why would they do that for 30k? That's so low. Shut up, Pixel.
Gore's literally been here multiple times.
Boss probably knows who both of those names are. He can probably think of one of them right away. He might have to think to remember the other one. I don't see either of them ever coming here. One of them doesn't know who I am. The other, they know who I am and they know how I feel about him. It's me and Foss. Yeah, okay. You redeemed it like thrice? To be honest, I don't know. If you thought about it, Foss...
What is your queue looking like right now.
If you really thought about it, you'd be like, oh, yeah. Because we've talked about it a few times, Foss. We're at the mid-season Lowland. The execs wanted a twist, and this is the shitty twist they think is good. Are we talking about WoW?
God, Yulin, why do you never clean out your cube?
Dude, I don't even know how to see it. I'd have to, like, go to the stream manager, and I don't need that page. Oh, by the way, Yuland, is a Turkish pizza not a Turkish calzone? I don't know what a Turkish pizza is.
Yeah, there. All your points are mine now. Nom 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 nom.
Oh my god. He doesn't know? Uh-oh.
I know, isn't it just pathetic, Gale?
I don't need...
Every now and then I'll open it up and it'll be like, you have 47 Kupo redeems. Complete them or reject them. It's like, oh my god, Yulen.
What is the point of clearing it out? What does that do for me? Absolutely nothing. I want to go to bed.
Until I go in there and I'm just like, reject all of them, and then all of a sudden everyone has 1,000 points to redeem, Kupo with.
So what you're telling me is going in there and messing with them actually makes it worse for me.
No, because then you could keep me from doing it.
You're not going to do that, though. That's why I
know,
made you
but
mod,
still.
because I trust you.
Gal is on Team Chaos. He's like, reject them all.
I want to go to bed, but my mom's coming over and we are going to be going to the Asian market. Hell yeah. You're getting good Asian food, Foss. You're going to get seaweed and maybe takoyaki. Create chaos round one. Refund them all. You'd make me mod because you trust me too, right? Abso-fucking-lutely not. No.
I trust you the least, boss.
Here's the thing. If there's anyone that I would like consider making mod aside from Lost One, it would be Gale. Because Gale, despite how much he jokes about it, I think he would actually be trustworthy and responsible with it. But he already does all the modding for Foss. I don't want him to be like, oh, you're such a mod person, you're gonna mod for me too. So I want him to have, like, more of a break when he's here. I want him to be like, I don't have to be the mod. I can be the shitter in chat. And then I can actually go mod for Foss. It's because there's rarely as other mods. Well, I haven't been the last 2 weeks because I've been sleeping. But I'm usually there, Gale. But, like, anytime I've even tried to think about doing something, it's done. 1 or 2 mods is plenty. Hi, Zayla.
Oh my god, it's the cute bunny.
That would be funny. Trust the plant.
The cute bunny who keeps playing with our heart. Every time I'm laying in my bed, my phone beeps and it's like, Zayla has gone live. I'm like, Pog, Zayla streamed to sleep too, and it's like, no, I'm just fucking around with ads. It's, god damn it, Zayla. Why you gotta be like this?
Look, it means he's prepping to come back, right? It means he's gonna, like, go live with some $2,000 rigged 2D model and be like, we're gonna go full-time streaming, we're gonna really lean into it now, guys. Right?
I doubt it.
Is Gale the non-Eldritch Gauther? Maybe. 1 or 2 mods is plenty. It means it's hard to test the Twitch API, and I'm too lazy to log into an alt account. Easy, just be the shitter mod. 2K? You mean I don't need to spend 20K? You can get a great model for like 1,000. I don't remember what LoFam spent on his. I want to say it was around 1,000. And he's got a fantastic 2D model. Global, non-Eldritch, am all Eldritch. I think Gale really likes Eldritch aesthetic, so given the opportunity, he would fully go for it. What are we at? Oh, we're at 4.4. That's right, the treadmill stopped earlier.
Yes. Gale is the ghost Pokemon main. Gale's waiting for the day he can brick an Eevee. I'm telling you.
Eldritch Horror, am all in. Gal is omnipresent. Why did I struggle with that word? I was thinking of omniscient. That's why. Gale is part of the Brick Club Poggies. It's such a funny joke. I don't like making it around full because he's heard it so much that he kind of gets upset at it now, but this brick is the ghost Eevee stone. It's so fucking funny. Toss the brick at Eevee. Do it, Nintendo.
They won't do it because Nintendo hates us.
True.
They're like, we're never gonna make the other evolutions that could have been in the game 5,000 years ago. You know, when those types were in the game. Nah, we're never gonna do that.
Then again, the last new evolution was Fairy, the Brick Club. So Jan, to evolve an Eevee, you need to give it an elemental stone of that type. So to evolve it to a Flareon, you give it a Fire Stone. To evolve it to Jolteon, you give it a Lightning Stone. There's few exceptions, right? I think it's just those three that need the stones, and then all the others is just like friendship in an area. But
for Glaceon and Leafeon, you need an Ice Stone and a Moss Stone, but they're not like elemental stones. They're like natural formations in nature.
I thought you needed friendship in an area for those, but I wonder if that's in just Gen 4, and then other games after that you give them a stone.
They
could have changed it. I don't know.
As of Gen 8, Leafeon and Glaceon evolve via elemental stones now.
I see. But
okay.
The joke, Jan, is that to evolve an Eevee to the ghost... Hi, Frosty. To evolve a Eevee to the ghost version of Eevee, it needs the ghost stone. But there's not actually a ghost stone. The joke is that you just kill it by hitting it over the head with a brick, and that turns it into a ghost. You would not be evolving it at all. You'd just be fucking murdering this Eevee with a fucking brick. But it's like, look, it's a ghost now. And so it's a kind of dark, just like, oh god, joke. And our friend...
I mean, there are a lot of dark jokes in Pokemon.
True. Our friend, Full Metal Ratchet, who his OC is an Eevee, there's two jokes he hates. Everybody trying to give him a Water Stone, and everybody trying to kill him with a brick to evolve him. What were you saying, Frosty?
I say they should, I don't think they'll ever do this, but I would like to see if they made it so like they all evolve via stone, because like they have all the stones there to make it work. Like they have the Sun Stone and the Moon Stone for Espeon and Umbreon.
Dusk Stone would be the one they'd use.
Yeah, for a ghost type, and then like Shiny Stone for Sylveon.
I don't think they need to do this.
Infinite Fusion.
I don't think they will do this. I'd like to see all types of an Eevee. So I'd like a Dragon Eevee, I'd like a Bug Eevee, Steel, Ground, Rock. I want all of them.
I like to see.
I mean, I want all of them too. It was the point in Eevee. It was supposed to be the evolution Pokemon.
In Generation 9, they released a Convergence evolution thing. see either a convergence evolution of Eevee that's like a different animal, and then it just has the other types instead.
Oh, that'd actually be cool.
And instead of Eevee, we call it like DV.
What would be the antithesis of an Eevee? Like, what animal would it be?
Good question.
Because Eevee is a fox, right?
It's yes. It's a mammal.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has bunny ears, but it also has like the foxtail and then like a mane.
No, it's based on a specific type of fox. I can't remember what it's called.
Maybe fennec fox, but like.
We already
I
have
could
ghost
look it up
Pokemons
right
that are
now.
lost childs. What's one more killed Pokemon
We
to
have
that
ghost
list?
Pokemon that eat people. Ghost Pokemon that literally just eat people.
A bug Eevee just makes me think of an abomination. Hi, Smug. Done space evolution types? No! Hi, Sarah's.
Like, the problem is when it comes to
Hi,
trying to figure
Pixel.
out
Love
a
you.
counterpart to Eevee that uses the other types it doesn't,
Mhm.
is the fucking got motherfucker in the room bug type, where it's just like, so either A, you have to make it bug like to begin with, and then or because like they haven't really made a Pokemon that has bug like features and made it considered bug type.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
Oh, Eevee's a mutt. I see.
So, Here's-
Eevee is what you'd get if you made a rabbit, a cat, and a fox. Fuck. I see.
okay. You mentioned starting it as a bug, and that makes me think of Chimera ants from Hunter x Hunter. So, like,
Oh wait, yeah.
you could
just make
start
it
it.
a bug, but
Yeah.
because it, and then like it'll just like Eevee will lose its bug typing, and bug type is honestly like the closest thing to a generic type that, besides making it a dragon type,
Mm-hmm.
because dragon types basically fits the same role as normal types, gameplay wise, which is just a all around neutral hitting beater.
Mm-hmm.
No, dragon types are too OP.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be. Not so much anymore.
Yeah. Now like they now.
Oh
have,
my
like,
god, they're
dragon
weak
types,
to fairy, and that's it. Who cares?
No, they're weak to
like
ice.
Goomy. Like
Oh, they're weak to
Gumi's
ice.
fine.
They're
they're weak to
still
ice.
super fucking strong.
Lost
Ice,
one.
Dragon, and Fairy. And they are resistant
What?
to ice.
You keep talking over Frosty.
Oh my god, I'll shut up then. Go ahead.
I don't want you to shut up. I just want you to.
Like, over the years, Dragon has become, like, went from the Apex type to more of a higher tier normal type due to the fact of just having better resistances.
Mhm.
Like, the only reason why Dragon types have any room, like, in the most recent gen, Garchomp has gone down from from OU down to UU inside like the single player game because of Gliscor of all things.
Huh.
And Gliscor is getting banned now.
So, my understanding of Dragon was that they made Dragon types rare enough, and when they did pair them with something, it was paired with something that was typically also weak to ice. And so, ice was like the super counter to Dragon. And then I think as they just kind of branched out the typings, that became less and less of a thing, and so they added Fairy to kind of keep up with the Dragon weakness.
Like, the most recent, like in Generation 2 was actually the first time they made a dragon that was obscenely resistant. Kingdra, Water Dragon, made it only weak to Dragon.
Yeah.
In which in Generation where the best Dragon type move in the game was Twister.
Mm-hmm. The reason Fairy is stronger than Dragon Jam is because Fairy does not mean like Tinkerbell or Navi from Legend of Zelda. Fairy means like magic in general. So think of like just raw magic and how that affects things, and that's why you shouldn't think of it as fairy type, you should think of it as magic type. In that regard, fairy is strong against dragon. It's a fairy tale and dragons lose in those. That's funny. Psychic was the strongest, but that was just bad coding of Generation 1. They were supposed to be weak to Ghost.
Yeah, it was a slight...
And they resisted it or something?
Oversight in Generation 1. No, they were immune to Ghost.
Immune to it?
It didn't really matter since the only move, Ghost-type move, that was in Generation 1 that actually affected was by type was Lick.
Which is like the equivalent of Tackle, so...
No, it's worse than Tackle.
Oh god, it's
worse?
worse?
A chance of paralyze.
Oh god.
And like, they're also weak to Bug, but it's also irrelevant type since the only good Bug-type move in Generation 1 was Twin Needle.
Was that Beedrill only?
Yeah, that's Beedrill.
Yeah, it's... Generation 1 had a lot of weird shit, like speed affecting crit chance, and so...
Hyper Beam not having to recharge if it KOs. Which, honestly, was a pretty neat mechanic overall, but it was kind of busted.
I feel like they should make a move do that, but for Hyper Beam it doesn't make sense. I do think it's a cool mechanic, but...
Like, recent years they made 2 new moves that have a similar drawback, but isn't as bad. Like, instead you can't use the move twice in a row. So, it's a Gigaton Hammer for Tinkaton.
Yep.
And then Blood Moon for Ursaluna. And Blood Moon is literally only 10 base power less strong than Hyper Beam, but it also can't miss.
Oh. Other fuck thing in Gen 1, Ghost couldn't use stab because it was just Gengar back then, and Ghost was physical damage. That's tragic.
Yeah. Another thing was Gengar was weak to Psychic because it was part poison.
Yep.
Like, the counter to Psychic type was another Psychic type, and it was just them using Thunder Wave on each other.
It's... Gen 1 was fucky. I imagine... Did they, like, fix everything in Gen 2, or was it a gradual process where it's like, okay, here we fix this, here we fix this?
Generation 2... Hard fucking... So, actually, in the Elemental Punches wasn't added to Gengar's moveset until Generation 2. And that's when it actually started becoming decent. But in Generation 2, they added the Steel type, which is resistant to Psychic, and then they also added Dark types, which is immune to Psychic. And then they also made a decent Bug type move. And made a few more decent actual Bug types. For example, Heracross, which was one of the more consistent players Pokemon over the years.
You know what's crazy? I never really liked Heracross, but people fucking love that thing. And I was like, oh, really? Alright.
Like, Heracross has a lot of resistances. Like, it has a really good typing overall. It's just unfortunate that it's weak to 4 times weak to flying.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't Gen 2 had the physical special split?
No, Generation 4 is when the physical special split happened.
They didn't do that till 4?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that's when a lot of Pokemon started becoming really good. Like, for example, Gengar started becoming good offensively.
Those were...
Gyarados started becoming good.
Those were 3 of the Dragons
Like, a lot
gen.
of the physical water type attackers started becoming good.
Mostly because we started getting physical water moves.
Like this, what really like, and then also Kingler started becoming good since Crabhammer was now considered physical, which was nice for it.
That's a team
And
I've always wanted to
Kingler-
do. A crustacean team.
Yeah, Crustacean.
There's enough of them, it's just getting them all in the same game is hard.
Yeah, and the only unfortunate thing is, I think besides Crustle, all of them are water types.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Crustle, Kingler, Crawdaunt, the Shrimp Cannon,
Clawitzer.
Clawitzer. There's one more. I think there's like an ice one. Crabominable?
Yeah, Crabominable.
Yeah. Lobster pizza scissors. Good lord.
Like, okay, so I like the ice type. Unfortunately, like a lot of the ice types are glass cannony, and that's not my preferred playstyle.
So, I also love ice type. That's my favorite type of Pokemon. But when I look at ice Pokemon, I'm like, I don't like any of these. I feel like most ice Pokemon just fucking suck.
I love the Alolan ice duo.
Mm-hmm. If there's...
And with Sandslash being my favorite ice type.
Mm-hmm. I do like the Ice Sandslash. I do like the Ninetales. I do like Glaceon. I think Frostlass is pretty neat. I don't know why, but I really like Avalugg.
Avalugg is like the closest thing to you're going to get to a decent ice type tank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Mamoswine's also pretty good.
I don't like Mamoswine. I don't dislike Mamoswine, but they're not like, oh, this is like a cool Pokemon to me. I'm specifically going over my taste, Fanny.
Yeah. Like, I feel like Mamoswine is like, if they ever make a ground type priority move and they give it to Mamoswine, it's going to jump in viability again.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ishard made Mamoswine pretty good, and just giving it another priority type move, that stab would be amazing.
Oh, I like Frostmoth.
Yeah, I want to use Frostmoth. I just like there hasn't been a game like in Generation 8 and 9. It just does not show up early enough for me to want to.
That's exactly the problem I had with it. I would have had it as my main Pokemon in Sword and Shield. But you don't get it until you have like 7 or 6 badges already. It's just like, this is so late.
Like, you could honestly probably get it via DLC via the dens. There's probably like an ice type or bug type den with Snom in there.
What I should have done was just had a friend trade it to me.
Yeah, I didn't want to try dealing with the day and night cycle evolutions in Sword and Shield because I didn't know how that worked during the story, since the time of day was fixed during the story. So I wasn't sure if it was using the game's time of day or IRL time of day. Because it switches to that at the end of the story. Now in Scarlet and Violet, there's actually a day-night cycle that is disconnected from IRL, which is nice. But also, that made it so that there's barely any there is some day and night Pokemon, like the ghost types now show up at night.
When I did Sword and Shield, I did an all bug team, and I think I had Frostmoth, Golisopod, the Fire Centipede, the Ladybug that's psychic, Vikavolt I think his name is, and I had one more bug, Crustle. And I think
Vikavolt looks so cool.
He does. I think can I pause from here? Nope. I think my main one ended up being the Vikavolt. And then my Crustle and my Centipede did a lot of lifting. I don't think my Vikavolt or the Ladybug did much. They were kind of like, my 4th and 5th Pokemon, and then my Frostmoth I just got so late that it kind of felt like the team was fully established at that point. Wait, why can you guys... Oh, yeah.
Because you didn't switch the camera.
Because I didn't switch the camera. 20 squats. 1.
Okay.
2. 3. Hang on. My squats can be giving frost. Oh, you moved. I was gonna like have my hands out like this and head pat you as I squat.
Sorry.
4,
Sorry.
5, all good. 6.
I was just watching the stream the entire time. It's just like
8, 9.
I was
10.
like, oh shit, am I still in the world or is it
12,
chat?
13,
Nah,
14.
you still here.
15, 16, 17, 18,
Yeah, I don't know what
19.
Vic
Whoa.
Bolt's deal with stats is questionable at
20.
best. I love Vic Bolt, but what the fuck is his stats?
I hear people say that like, what the fuck is going on with this thing's speed?
Like, it outruns you, but it is one of the slower electro types in the game. I think it has like base 45 speed.
Mm-hmm. Portal. New. I need to fix my trackers. I need to set the miles. We had 5.2 miles. .2 miles, and now we rest. I could have sworn I typoed in there, and I apparently didn't. Yeet. There's pillows that they can't see for some reason. I don't know why. Turn the rain off. It's too loud. It's too loud. Trackers.
Oh, rain must be louder.
I used to get like really freaked out by rain. Like just hearing rain noises. Meowies! Hi, Meowies. We just finished our walk.
Add a thunder effect to it.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Danny's Golden Tractor. That is one of the best names I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, Frosty the Mage on Twitch is me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I remember. I remember that now.
Yeah.
I'm like in the middle of setting up for just relaxing.
Yeah.
I can't turn off the colliders for this world. No.
Tragic. Okay. There, we're set up. How was the walk? It was good. It was a nice, easy day. We didn't have any incline, which sometimes I fucking need. But we did 5.2 miles. Walked through a Final Fantasy zone, and then a WoW zone. Did 20 squats. It feels kind of funny being like, I did 20 whole squats, and Meowies has literally done 1,000 on stream before. Jan, you rapscallion, there you are. Hi, Unicorn Holio. Hi, Oni Scrooge. Hi, Nana VR. Welcome, Raiders, as I'm gonna ask if we can do WoW in an hour to you. Hi, Fluffy Cadaver. 1,000 squats is easy. It is not easy. Here's my problem. I try to walk 5 miles every day. And then I was like, oh, I'm losing weight, which is great. But I'm losing butt, which is not great. So let's do squats to keep our butt big. But the problem is, after walking 5 miles, I'm kind of like burnt out to do squats. And so I did 5 miles and I did 50 squats. And then the next day I did 5 miles and I did 55 squats. And then my legs were incredibly sore and in pain for like 5 days. And so I was like, okay, we're not going to do squats like that anymore. And people were like, no, you need to build your way up to it. And so we're doing like 20 squats. It doesn't really push me at all. It's just to get my legs, like, I guess, more used to it. I don't know. It's kind of like
to squatting.
Yeah. It's kind of like if it works, it doesn't. If it doesn't, I'm not really losing much. Stream froze on I'm losing butt. It was comedy gold. It's getting kind of easy. Hell yeah.
By the way, did you?
Go ahead.
Did you want to hear like the one little snippet of the shield run I was able to do in Dragon Quest IX?
In a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to cook core with orange sauce. Don't. You're not allowed. Remnant 2 DLC is live? Hell yeah. Yeah, build into it. 300 squats used to kill me. 1.1k on Friday. I barely felt. Oh my god, you're a monster. I don't know. What's crazy to me is that, like, when I walk at 0 incline and I walk at 12 incline, there's no connection. No matter how much I walk on 0 incline, it doesn't prepare me for 12 incline at all, like, whatsoever. I can go like 10 miles on 0 incline easy. Well, you'll see in an hour. Okay. But the moment I set it to 12 incline, I'm like winded in 20 minutes. I'm just like, holy cow. Where's the connection? I should be able to do this better because I do 0 incline, but it's just a whole set of new muscles that's completely different. But yes, we want to build up to squats. We don't want to lose our butt. We can't lose our butt. Cute? Meowmies, do you play Remnant 2 at all? I don't, but I've watched a lot of friends play it. My favorite Remnant 2 thing. I was watching a friend play it, and they were doing a collab with 2 others. And, in Remnant 2, I have a friend with... Or I have with a friend, but not... I see. So, you know, in Remnant 2, you go to a random world and you have to join on each other. And the friend who I was watching play it was like, wow, this is so incredible. I'm in this beautiful red forest. It's such a lush environment, but all the leaves are red. It's so pretty. And one of them's like, whoa, I'm in like this blue forest temple area. This is so cool and amazing. And the third one just goes, I'm in London, help. Get me out of here. It was just like, oh, one of them drew the short straw and got the shitty place to go. That was Core, Dice Queen D, and Wahaha. Waha shows up now, and he was the one that was in London. It was so funny. Because it was like a minute of the other 2 talking about how nice the forest was. Yeah, just because you're in a world. Yeah. I think it's cool that they also allow you to just join on your friends. Because if they were like, oh, you go to a random world and you're locked from joining your friends, that'd be one of those annoying things that a game developer is like, we want you to play the game our way. We want you to have to unlock going to other places. And that'd be so annoying. But random world and ability to join your friends is kind of nice. 3 different worlds with 2 different stories. It... I'm just never going to forget Wah screaming, I'm in London, help me, get me out of here. In Remnant 1, it was a set order of worlds. I mean, that's how most games are, right? You get a set order of worlds.
Yeah.
With like level 1, 2, and 3. Meowme's chat.
With
Did you vote on the Game Awards? Did you vote on the Game Awards?
Like I said, I don't plan on voting.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I have to like remember that you were Frosty in chat now, and it makes complete sense. I'm like, oh yeah, of course it's the same. The Game Awards. Yeah, so like there's the Game Awards, where you can vote on like Game of the Year, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, yada yada. It's a popularity contest. They're kind of bullshit. They fuck some stuff up. So like in the best indie game category, Baldur's Gate 3 is not there, despite being an indie game. And Dave the Diver, despite being backed by Nexon, is in the indie game category. So it's kind of like, oh, these are kind of bullshit. But they're going on and they're going to be like announced soon. We're going to see who gets Game of the Year. Cyberpunk is almost everywhere. Cyberpunk kind of deserves a lot of its credit though, because when it came out, it was dog water. And they've really turned around and like made the game better. I don't think it's Game of the Year. I want F16 to win. Final Fantasy 16 wasn't even nominated for Game of the Year, which was like,
I don't think
what?
a Final Fantasy game has ever been Game of the Year.
Oh yeah, there was a Resident Evil 4.
I guarantee you, I know who's gonna win Game of the Year.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4 was in the category for Game of the Year, and it's like, this is a remake. This probably shouldn't be here, and Final Fantasy 16 should be. What would it win in though?
I don't know. Starfield's gonna get Game of the Year.
It wasn't even nominated for it.
What? I'm surprised.
I was surprised too.
What is in the Game of the Year category?
Tears of the
not really
Kingdom.
surprised.
Mario Wonder, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk might have been there, and there's two more that I'm forgetting.
I guess it did just release a DLC. It should not be in. It did not come out this year.
So Cyberpunk did not, but Cyberpunk the DLC, if you count it as a new game, did. What else was there?
I mean, it did overhaul like most of the game, but it's still the same game. After you finish Phantom Liberty, you still have to play the rest of the game to get to the end.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4. Okay, so not Cyberpunk. Okay. It was Marvel Spider-Man and Alan Wake 2 that I was forgetting.
The sad thing is, I want Marvel Spider-Man 2 to win just because I love the game company that makes it.
See, in my eyes, that's the worst one in the category because it had some controversies and a lot of people were like mad about it. In the Spanish
What
translation, they kind of went full woke, and like, I don't like bagging on woke stuff because I usually find myself on the woke side. But they literally
but
rewrote
that's on the Spanish translator.
Yeah, but they rewrote it. So like in Spanish, they have words for male and female connotation. So they have like profesor and profesora. And they were like rewriting it so that anytime it said professor, instead of one of those two, it was saying professore, which is like, what? And they did that with just the entire Spanish translation of the game, which is a very small aspect of the game. It's the translation, but like that just pisses off a lot of people and makes them hate all those darn wokes even more. Yes. Latinx is a slave.
It is their responsibility. We have the Velma cartoon, and that was dog water.
So, okay. The theory I like to believe with the Velma cartoon is that it was for hate watchers. It was never intended to be good. It was never intended to, like, be woke or anything. It was just trying to piss off as many people as possible to get people to talk about it and to get people to hate watch it. And it would get all of its views and whatnot from all the people that watched it just to hate it. Because, like, you look at everything,
I see.
it is literally just going down a checkbox to, like, piss as many people off as possible.
I mean, it does feel like that. I will give
Yes.
you that.
It is kind of wild just how much they're trying to, like, anger everybody. And it's everybody. It's not, like, just white people and trying to make Fred and Daphne look bad. It's like, also, let's piss off this group. Let's piss off this group. Let's piss off this group.
Ah, yes, Shaggy the stoner had to be a black guy because all black people are stoners.
And then they had to make him a fucking simp cuck, which is like, that's not the best representation.
Oh, he's that too?
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Oh yeah. He loves Velma and she's
I
just
didn't
like,
watch it.
oh yeah. No, he
I
fucking,
just heard bad things about it.
he thirsts over Velma the whole time and she's just like, you're a loser, I'd never date you. And it's like, dude, it literally just pisses off as many people as possible. And it started by using the Scooby-Doo name and rewriting all the characters.
And then they killed Scooby-Doo. He's not even in the show.
Yeah, they literally just used the Scooby-Doo name to be like, oh, I remember growing up on Scooby-Doo, I love it. What the fuck is this? Well, Velma's the new South Park? See,
No, South Park's actually good, though.
South Park is sometimes
At least
good.
South Park has class.
South Park is funny. I don't know if it has class, but South Park is funny. They're not always right, but it's funny, and at the end, there's kind of a message, right? So, like, they have an episode about, what is it? Mormons. And they bag on Mormons the whole time. They make fun of them and how stupid the religion is. And at the end, Stan, like, is just totally mocking the Mormon kid. And the Mormon's like, you know what? At least I don't hate myself. I have a family who loves and supports me. I have all this, great things in my life. And what do you have? All you have is just hating me and being jealous of me. So fuck you, Stan. And he walks away. And it's like, oh, shit. That's kind of funny. And, like,
Yeah.
you spend your whole life
the Mormon
hating
kid's
this.
like,
It's
yeah, my religion's stupid, but it builds positively in my family and my life, and I'm happy because of it.
Now, I don't think Mormonism actually builds that stuff. I think if you look at most Mormon families, I think a lot of them are pretty fucked up. But, like, that was fucking funny.
You
And
look
it
at a
has
lot
the
of
message.
religious family, and they're pretty fucked up.
It has the message of, like, don't focus on tearing something down because you need to build yourself up more, right? As crazy it is to say that South Park has a wholesome message like that, that is a wholesome message at the end of that episode. Velma's just like, let's just piss people off. There's no fucking message there.
No.
It's just
Let's
bad.
shit on as many ethnicities as we can in one show.
Yeah. And then he gets a girlfriend, and she gets mad because she can no longer use him whenever. Yeah, you can watch any number of videos on, like, Velma exists to be hate watched, and they will just cover all the points of, like, they were pissing this group off here, they're pissing this group off here, they're pissing this group off here. There's nobody that's like, wow, I really liked the show Velma, and I felt represented in a positive way from it. There's just nobody.
I know
I
Dee
mentioned that-
watched it with her community.
That Shaggy's girlfriend was
Discord.
named Scooby with an I.
Aww.
Wait, his girlfriend was named Scooby?
Yeah, Scooby with an I.
Whose community watched that last one?
Dee. Ice
Yeah.
Queen Dee? She hate watched it in her Discord with her community.
I'm not entirely surprised by that.
She has spent multiple times in stream ranting about how bad this show is.
I wanted to know more about it, so I watched people talk about it on YouTube. But once I learned the whole point was they're trying to get you to hate watch it, I was like, I don't want to watch it then. That's the last thing I want to do.
That's why you pirate it and watch it, so they don't get any credit for it and no money.
Yeah. It was... Personally, I think the show is just an ego chip that rampaged out of control. I think it was very well thought out. Not in a positive way. I thought it was like, not even like an ultimate troll. It was, we are going to create the most despicable show possible to get as many people to hate watch it as possible. And like, I don't like it, but I can see it being like well thought out. It's like a well-written troll, but more nefarious because they profited off of it. And it's not evil. It's not like, oh, we literally stole money from the church or from the charity. It's just, at its worst, it makes people hate woke culture and some causes that could be good. But like, I don't think it's like...
Jan, you can't say that.
Ghost Stories dub was better. Oh, the Ghost Stories dub was way better.
Yeah, but to be fair, it is hard to beat that dub in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Run, she's a ghost and a bitch.
The Ghost Stories dub, I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen a few videos on it, and holy shit.
Oh my god.
There's
I
two
watched
dubs
it with
I
a
want to
group
watch.
of friends.
The Ghost Stories dub and the Bo dub.
I hated Bobobo when it came out. I remember reading it in Shonen Jump and I was just like, get this shit out of here. I want to read Dragon Ball.
But he fights with
I
want to
read One Piece. I want to read Shaman King. I want to read Naruto. Why the fuck is this guy fighting with nose hair? I hate this. This is so gross.
Bo is like the one show that literally makes fun of the entire shonen anime genre.
I know. Well, there's a
Or
few
the
that make fun of
shonen
it, but
genre.
It was One Punch Man before One Punch Man existed.
Yeah.
I would probably appreciate it more now. But back then, well, I'm talking about when I was 12, Global. When I was 12, I hated Bobobo.
I had vague memories of Bobobo. Never knew what it was. I thought it was just a fever dream. And then I learned what it was and like, I need to watch this. Ah. I can get trusted heating and air conditioning repair with whoever those guys are. I'm not reading their names because I'm not reading out ads in your video, in your stream. Thickening spray. What the fuck is thickening spray?
We're talking about heating and air conditioning still, right?
No, it changed the ad to something else and it's called thickening spray.
What is it even for?
Interesting.
I don't know.
Thickening.
I mean, that makes me think of like Flex Seal, but Gintama is a fever dream.
No, Twitch ads. I have YouTube Premium. Yeah, I know.
Gintama is weird because it has some of the most deranged and crazy just scenes ever. That's just such a like joke and meme. And then they're like, "Oh, we're actually gonna have real story and plot, and here's an actual shonen fight," which is like, what the fuck? You're not supposed to go back and forth between the two.
Isn't that the one show where it's like, hey, you're not supposed to be smoking in class? No, I'm just licking a lollipop very fast.
I believe so.
And it's just...
Gotta go mess with a painter. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. Weird, I only get ads from big companies. I fucking hate when I get Twitch ads that are for like horror movies or games. I'm like, this is the last thing I want to see. Heck you. Heck you, Twitch.
I hate when I get horror movie ads while I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the Twitch ad, like it's not even like the video ads. It's just like the ads that'll show up on the side of like the website page. Except it's making your stream slightly smaller just so it can fit the ad on the side or underneath.
Yeah. Those I mind less.
I still prefer those after the actual ad. At least I can watch the stream then.
Yeah. It's still like, what am I supposed to do with the knowledge that that Modern Warfare 3 is out. I'm never going to play it.
The problem with Twitch ads is that they get a lot less information about the person watching than YouTube does. So with YouTube, they can have a lot more relevant ads because they have a lot more information. So like if you watch a lot of like baby channels, like, you know, childcare and stuff like that, they know, oh, these people probably have a new kid. We can send them ads for baby products. Whereas like on Twitch,
That
it's
is
like,
not true.
what do you mean that's not true?
I get Spanish ads all the time, and I don't watch anyone or know anyone who speaks Spanish.
It is absolutely true. You just fucked up your YouTube algorithm. With Twitch, it's like they play games, probably. They have way less metrics on Twitch users. And so they kind of just throw everything in the kitchen sink at you for Twitch. Which means Twitch itself just makes way less for ads because they're less meaningful. I do not get relevant ads. All the ads I get are about running my own small business. YouTube gives me ads for crypto shit and frog you. Why do they allow this shit? So like, if you're not getting relevant ads on YouTube, that means you typically don't fit into a demographic as well. But like, they'll have like a huge like redneck demographic, right? There'll be a lot of rednecks who watch NASCAR stuff, right-wing stuff, hunting stuff, and they can send them ads about stuff that would be relevant to them. And you're not fitting into a large demographic like that.
Yes, you're watching Finboy Fishing, so you can get redneck ads.
Bloodline is getting spammed too. I am not in the Temu demographic. Yeah, if you have like a smorgasbord of ads, you're just not fitting well into one of the big categories. If I go to YouTube, there's a few things that I'm like, this is not something that is ever relevant to me, but I think I get a lot of video game ads on YouTube. Oh, there's that.
I don't think I've ever gotten a video game ad.
That's insane to me.
I haven't gotten like, it's been like a couple of years since I got on YouTube ads, so I have no clue what they're going to try recommending me.
I mean, so a lot of the YouTube stuff I watch a lot of Asmongold videos, MMO Bite, Ludwig, Moist Critical. Is there anything else? I'll watch a lot of like just kind of, well, not kind of, but very direct video game stuff. So like WoW cutscenes, Star Wars cutscenes, and so it very clearly knows this person watches video game stuff. Send them video game ads. Just wait till next year. You are going to get a lot of political ads in the U.S. Yeah, even if you don't fit into a category.
A bunch of random stuff.
Even if you don't fit into a big category, you're gonna get a lot of political ads soon, just because that's that time. Oh.
Yeah, we could decide
French
how we're gonna be
dipshit, do you
fucked
want
in
us
the
to-
next few years.
God.
Oh wait, I'm not allowed to say political opinions on Twitch. I don't think.
You are.
Okay.
Most streamers will
Which
be
dipshit
like.
is going to run our country.
Most streamers will be like, no politics on my channel, no politics. I don't mind talking politics. I very much want it to be in the sense of like, be polite to the other side, because I can see the motivations for each side, right? As crazy it is to say, who the fuck, okay, if people supported Trump, to me that's crazy. I'm very against Trump. I hate the guy. I hate a lot of his views. It is very hard to see him as anything but a con artist. But I can understand the people who voted for Trump. My parents voted for Trump. I don't think I'm not sure if they voted for him in 2020, but in 2016 they did. And I understand why. When you look at, the biggest thing my father is concerned with is the national debt. That is his priority number one, because he sees it ballooning, and he's afraid of that ever exploding and getting to a point where our dollar crashes and, you know, our society and economics fall apart because our dollar is useless. I don't think we're at risk of that, because while our debt is going high, there's too many countries that depend on selling stuff to us. And so, like, China could fuck us by being like, we're not gonna buy stuff from you anymore, or sell stuff to you anymore. But they themselves are dependent on selling stuff to us. So it's like, no country is going to destroy us, because that would also destroy them, in an economic standpoint. So it's less of an issue to me, but for my dad, it's priority number one, because that possibility is there. If you looked at Trump and Hillary, Trump, as crazy as it fucking sounds, was the smarter option to get debt down, because Hillary was like, I'm a Democrat and I want to spend more money.
She's also retarded. Not smart.
I understand that point of view, and so I want to avoid viewpoints that are like, if you voted for Trump, you're just a fucking idiot. Like, I want to avoid that stuff if politics comes up. But
yeah. I don't care about politics either way. I will shit talk both sides.
I'll shit talk both sides.
I mean, Hillary leaked important government files in a non-secure email.
You know what's funny?
Got a lot of people killed.
You know what's funny?
What?
She didn't. That was literally just pushed by Trump to, like, get her in trouble, and, like, she literally didn't commit a crime. I mean, she probably has committed crimes, but with the whole leaking emails things, didn't do it. It was just narrative pushed by Trump.
Yeah.
She was acquitted of all charges on it.
Yeah.
Just didn't do it. That's insane to me. I still don't like Hillary. I still think she's kind of nasty. But, like, Trump just fucking dragged her name through the mud there and won the election.
Yeah.
With Trump and Biden...
Like, when it comes to politics for me...
Go ahead.
When it comes to politics for me, I don't care about politics, but if you make your personality only politics, like that's the first thing you bring up anytime we talk, that's going to be a negative opinion of you. But if you don't talk about politics, I literally don't care what you support. As long as you don't, like, go against me for some unholy reason.
I want to not care about politics. I just want things to be taken care of, but they're not. I think politics is super important and bleeds into everything. And there's nothing you can look at that's not political in some way. And I hate that. I want to avoid it. I just want to not deal with it, but I feel like to do so is...
Life is politics.
Life is politics, and I feel like we just gotta... with elections, we have Trump, Biden. DeSantis was a possibility for a while. I don't know who to vote for. I think...
My God, is it literally just between Trump and Biden again?
It might be, although Trump, people are saying he's disqualifying himself because he's committing so many crimes with the whole trial he's under. But, like, I don't know if that's particularly going to disqualify him. It's one of those rules that, like, oh, it might be a rule, but is it actually going to apply? I don't know. I don't see Trump winning. I kind of see Biden winning. I hate Biden. I hate him so much. I think he's just as bad as Trump.
My gas prices are gonna go up again.
Please don't elect Biden again. There's no fucking other option. I would like to vote third party. However, I don't want to vote third party.
It's just not going to be enough party.
I don't want to.
There's not going to be enough third party votes.
Oh, third party will never win. I would only be voting for it to, like, show support for it for future votes. Because if it's like third party gets 1%, and then this year gets 2%, and then this year gets 4%, it's like, oh, people are actually voting for this more and more, and it's a real option. Like, I don't think Trump is way worse, but I do think Trump is worse. I think both of them are just like, just so awful. I think Obama did a lot of shit. I would give a lot to have Obama over Biden or Trump. We need to shorten the campaign cycle to 3 weeks in September. Here's what I would do. Here's what I would do for politics. I would get rid of the House of Representatives. I would get rid of the Senate. I would get rid of the president. I would have, if anybody's watched Bleach, and I hate to bring up, here's an anime that did it right. They had like the Gote 13 and the like ruling 50. And basically, I would want a council of like 50 people, maybe one from each state. Although personally, I want to get rid of state lines. I would have a council of people who basically sign away all of their rights. It's basically, if you want to be on this council and you want to make laws, you sign away all of your possessions. You sign away the right to your family. You sign away all things, and you live in this facility until the day you die. If you become senile, you go to like an old folks home. But literally, I want to take away all possibility to benefit from politics for the people making the laws. I want way, way more than the people who are like, you know, trading stocks while in Congress. I want way more than like the shit that Bush did. For those of you that don't know, George W. Bush, he had a shit ton of stock in a mine, and then he basically pushed a bunch of laws that destroyed all of their competitors. So Bush made a shit ton of money off of the stock in this mine that he owned. But how do we institutionalize corrupt then? What do you mean by that? I'm just scared people will vote for Trump because, like, if Trump won, I know Joke would need to leave the country. Not hyperbolic either. You would not need to leave the country if Trump is elected. Would it get worse for you? Yes. Project 2025? I need to look up what Project 2025 is. Hi, Fishy. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Cute spacey fish.
We're talking about the absolute absurdity of American politics.
It might as well be a sitcom. It'd probably be better.
It might as well be a sitcom. It's literally the Republican plan to get rid of checks and balances. Oh boy, how fun. I don't think Trump getting elected would be enough to push that. Let's go vote COVID 2024.
Wahoo! COVID 24. Let's fucking go.
Seems to be the same everywhere.
Finally, something that can kill me.
You can only vote for the candidate you hate the least. I don't know. Some places seem to have good leaders. I don't know too much about Irish politics, but the Prime Minister of Ireland came out and said some fucking uncool stuff. And in some places, there's good laws getting passed. I don't know. It's frustrating we have these old geezers. I agree. It's so clear that a lot of them are like fucking senile and just out of it. Like, the stuff going on with McConnell lately, with him literally just having like, I think people are calling them micro strokes or something, where he literally just, somebody asks him a question, he says 2 words and then just stares off into the distance drooling, is like, this guy makes laws. This guy sets the rules for us. It's hard to be...
This guy decides whether or not chopsticks are illegal or not.
He's blue screen. It's yeah. it's hard to be wrong when your default stance is to oppose the British crown.
Bro, if someone made chopsticks illegal, I would be so mad.
They probably are in a few states. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Alaska's like, chopsticks are illegal here. On Tuesdays.
Bro, love chopsticks.
Look, if there's a law that horses are not allowed to eat fire hydrants, I think there's more dumb laws.
We have...
Who the fuck is feeding their horse a fire hydrant?
So, Jan...
What the fuck is going on?
We have 50 states. And across those 50 states, they all have their own laws. There are federal laws that apply to all states, and then there are state laws which apply to that state. And some of the state laws, you can find some really obscure and fucking stupid ones. For example, in Oregon, you're not allowed to have ice cream in your back pocket. What? You're not allowed to have ice cream in your back pocket.
Ice cream in their back pocket.
I don't know. I imagine they're putting the cone in their pocket, and the ice cream is not like just smearing the shit out of their pants. But you're not allowed to have ice cream in your back pocket in Oregon. Fucking what?
To be fair, I don't use my back pockets anyway, so.
But I want to share my pocket cream with you, Lynn. If Trump won but Dems had the House and Senate, I wouldn't be worried. Yeah, I don't want Trump to win. I don't want Biden to win. I think he's pretty much taken himself out of the race, but I don't want DeSantis to win. For a while, I was hearing it was going to be DeSantis, Trump, and Biden were the three choices. And I think DeSantis has kind of just sabotaged himself, and so now it's Trump and Biden. I just want Biden to go away. I want Trump to go to jail. I don't want Biden to die, because that would mean Kamala becomes president, and that girl fucking sucks. So, like, hi, Sarahs. I don't know what happens. I just don't know what happens. Do you know any weird laws, Sarahs?
Like,
what we should
we
do.
don't have any fucking there's no like young presidential candidates. Like they're like, I mean, sure, like the age is like 35, but like none, like, honestly, and I know that some people hate her, but like I would love it if AOC ran, because I think she would be a good candidate.
AOC is literally my favorite politician, and I absolutely love her. There is a lot of people. There's a lot of people that hate her.
Who fucking hate her.
There's a lot of people that don't know anything about her that hate her. Like, my parents don't like her, and I was like, "What's wrong with her?" And they're like, "She just wants to spend money, and she doesn't know where it's coming from." And I'm like, "What?" She has stated exactly where it's coming from.
We want to spend $100 billion on fucking Israel and Ukraine. And I'm like, our country, like, and someone broke down the pricing, and we could use that money to fix homelessness and do universal health care.
Kamala means awful in Finnish?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, so, no matter how affordable it is, no matter how affordable it is, we could solve homelessness and save money, because, like, having homeless people is more expensive than providing housing. But people will never do that because they're like, no, we'd rather have people suffer than give them a free ride.
And the thing is that people hate on taxes because they don't see a return on those taxes.
Unlike other countries,
so, like,
where
people
they actually
in generally are. It's like, here we're not getting shit. It's like they're taking money away from us. We're not getting anything in return. If we had universal health care, we would actually be getting something in return. People would have a different stance on taxes. But we have to, not only do we have to deal with people being like, oh, how are we going to pay for this? You need to radically change people's views on taxation And not only the people's views, but the government's view, because the government is run by these corrupt officials who focus it on war and genocide.
Yeah. Right now, all of our taxes go into our military. And then we hire our military out to other countries so that they can use our military as their self-defense. And it's just like, ugh.
Israel does not need fucking weapons from us. They don't fucking need weapons from us. They have enough. Like, their whole shtick is developing their own weapons and then saying they're field tested by using it on Palestinians.
It's... The whole conflict in Gaza sucks ass.
Shtick.
They actually did find... I was mad about this. They did find a Hamas base under a hospital. Like, confirmed.
They did?
Yeah.
That doesn't excuse what they did.
No, I agree, though.
That doesn't excuse.
But, like, a lot of people are going to justify
That's
it.
collective punishment.
Well, okay, so I'm super against them
like, the
bombing the
thing-
hospitals, right? Like, I'm super against that.
100%.
But, like, then they found a
same.
base under one. It's like, oh, justified, we were right. And there's going to be people that are like, yeah, see, that's where the base was. They're using them as shields, or the people are in on it. It's just like, fuck, dude. God damn it.
That's collective punishment. Like, people need to fucking realize collective punishment is a fucking war crime.
I know.
And it's like, it's like, and the annoying part is I was talking to my mom about this today. And she was talking, and I was basically saying that the IDF, like, the state, you can't, just because the state of Israel does not represent all us Israelis, and Hamas does not represent all Palestinians. And she was like, oh, you shouldn't compare the state of Israel to Hamas. And I'm like, they're literally just bombing people.
But how are they not comparable?
But they're saints for just fucking warning them about it.
What? No,
Fucking
not at
God.
all. Not at all.
That doesn't fucking excuse shit.
They're...
Alright, tell her, like, give her the question of, would you be praising the people who just bombed your house if they told you, hey, we're going to bomb your house? Are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, also, I saw one story, I saw a video where they warned a hospital, we're going to attack this hospital, and so get out and evacuate. And so all the people just started leaving the hospital, and there's like 200, 300 people kind of just going out of the front, and then they start firing on them, and they all run back in. It's just like, that's evil.
What the fuck?
That's so evil.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, it's like...
They literally say, oh, you can leave, but we're gonna shoot you.
They told them, leave because we're going to attack this hospital. They started leaving. They started shooting on them. They had to go back. And it's just like, what do you fucking do?
Did you hear about the fucking... Okay, this didn't happen, like, right now, but, like, did you hear about, like, the fact that there was this, like... she was a Palestinian... I think she was half Palestinian. She was a media reporter. And she did a lot of work with Palestinians in showing what goes on in Palestine. And she got shot by an IDF sniper. And they put it on Palestine.
Yeah, they're targeting the journalists.
Not only that, they went to her funeral and took the Palestine flag off her coffin, as well as, like, beating the shit out of everyone there.
Yeah.
That's just fucking cruel.
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to, like, how am I supposed to say they're the good guys when they fucking do that shit?
It's
so disgusting.
It's gross. It sucks.
Fuck Israel and that whole fucking and the annoying part is, and this is the part that really fucking gets me, is that all the people who are, like, going to support Palestine are just fucking bad people.
Yeah.
Like China.
It's a lot of the people in support of them.
Iran.
Kind of feels like they're doing it just to oppose Israel, and it's just like, lovely.
It's like, fucking God.
At this point,
it's really
the entire
frustrating.
plan is just fucked. The plan is just fucked.
I'm looking forward to moving to Michigan and living in a commune out in the wilderness. That would be nice. Don't have to fucking deal with this shit.
It's like they want conflicts. I feel like the whole situation is being blown out of proportion by everyone else in the world. I mean, I would say it's not. Honestly, because there's a lot of people dying and it's very one-sided.
It's very one-sided, and the frustration is that, like, we could, like, honestly, Biden would be in a significantly better position if he just did not mention Palestine and Israel. And they didn't give them money. If they didn't give them money and they didn't do all that shit, a lot of people wouldn't be so pissed off right now and not thinking about not voting for them. Because, like, right now, like, the thing is that I'll vote for Biden because, like, at the end of the day, it's, do I want to have this, does this, like, and I know I talked about, like, I just
at the end of the day, it's not
sentence
Trump.
about Project 2025. At the end of the day, if it's not Trump, I'll be happy. Because if any, and honestly, it's not even just Trump, it's any Republican president elected official. Project 2025 is essentially a plan for them. It's a political plan for them to take control and put in a strongman government.
Ugh.
That's literally what it is. It would use old legal nonsense about how a president can create its own laws, create their own laws without the legislature. And it specifically talks about making anybody who is LGBTQ or associated with them sex offenders. It's some of the shit in there. It's not like you can find, like, there are videos that, like, shorten it and, like, summarize it, but it's like 900 pages long. It's, you literally just put in Project 2025. It's the first thing on the fucking page. And the fact that
kind of sounds like something that's like
Republicans, small government Republicans would be against it. But it's crazy.
It sounds like it's something that's kind of fringing on the crazy side of the right. And like, well, overall, most people wouldn't support it. So like, my parents, they voted for Trump because they care about the national debt. But when they learned about this, they'd be like, oh, no, that's bad, and they would probably oppose it. And I feel like most Republicans would be in that mindset of, this is crazy.
But they probably don't know about it.
They don't know about it.
The thing is that, like, yeah, people need to talk. Like, honestly, I'd be pissed off if one of the debate questions was not about Project 2025.
Can we just get everyone over the age of 55 out of office, please? I agree.
I agree 100%. Get all the fucking, like, literally the fucking... I can't believe I'm agreeing with, what's his name? Who's the guy who's leaving office because he's like, yeah, I need to let the younger generation in?
McConnell?
No, not McConnell. Fuck. He ran against Obama once.
Oh,
It's not McCain because McCain's dead.
I remember who the other one is. Mitt Romney. I think
it's Mitt Romney, yeah. Yeah, I think it's Mitt Romney. He literally said he's not going to run again. Because he knows that he's too old for office. I'm like, can we have more people like this, please?
Your least favorite person just made a good point. That
like
fucking
made
meme.
like it's like whenever like fuck, why do you have to make a good point?
I
And
know.
also, fucking, do you know what? I have another one. What's the fucking dude who like Josh Hawley? I think it is his name.
I don't know that I've ever
Josh
heard of
Hawley. This guy fucking put in a bill. He put in a bill basically to be like, hey, let's ban any corporate money from being used for campaigns.
him. That's not gonna go
Basically
through.
overriding Citizens United.
Yeah.
Which would be huge and awesome. It was a Republican. And do you know what Mitch McConnell fucking said to him at a fucking dinner in public?
What'd he say?
He said, "You fucking understand that you got the seat because we got them bought for us?"
Yeah. So I
Like-
saw a graph
like-
recently that was like,
Bruh.
how well are you represented in the laws being made based on your based on how rich you are? And it was like the bottom 90% have like no representation whatsoever, and the top 10% have
100%.
like 100% representation. And
All
it's
of
just
it.
like, it's so fucking stupid how profitable it is to be a politician.
Did you see that? Side note,
Mm-hmm.
slightly unrelated. Did you see that Amazon's coming up with its own trauma team? You know what trauma
No.
team is?
No.
You know what trauma team is?
No.
Cyberpunk 2027. There is a company called Trauma Team, which is basically the main provider of healthcare in the nation,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a monopoly. And Amazon's coming out with its own healthcare.
I don't know if I like this.
I don't like it. Amazon.
I know Amazon was for a
Yeah, you
while.
can-
They were trying to do worker
Amazon
towns.
Medical Membership.
they
There
were
it is.
they were trying to do
Amazon
worker
Medical
towns, and
Membership.
that was like, nope, this is a bad idea. Nope, don't do this.
Bro, what the fuck is this? Get treatment now. Your meds $5 a month.
Hmm.
Bro, like the thing is that this is stupid cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like let me find the actual thing for it. Pills, get medical care. What is the
Amazon
think it's-
Healthcare. Just typing that sounds like I'm being scanned out of $100,000.
It literally, it sounds like it's $9 a month, which is like fucking cheap.
I mean, so
But like, it's scary. Like, I would love that if there was also the universal healthcare option.
it sounds,
You know,
for compared to what we have, it's like this might be an improvement. I still don't like it because I think we should just have universal healthcare. But like, if it's $9 and it's cheaper and it's actually providing decent healthcare,
like
well,
if it actually has decent healthcare, it that'll be scary because I probably will switch to it.
mhm.
Because like if there's no universal healthcare, but like the US, like it's such a fucking battle to even decide on how universal healthcare is gonna happen no time soon.
Yeah.
You have to grow up with generations of people who want it, and to the point where it's like an active thing. People are like, oh, I'm for universal healthcare, like actual like fucking representatives.
Mhm.
And you know how fucking old these fucking bitches are.
Yeah.
Like one Republican, all it takes is just a couple Republicans who are young, who don't believe in healthcare, and are just there for their entire lives.
Mhm. It's
like it's fucking insanity.
oh,
Feel like I watched a fucking I was
Oh,
going
I
through
think I
TikTok
know
and
this.
literally I found one of the fucking there was like a video playing cyberpunk music and it listed a bunch of things like fucking Neuralink. It talked about Neuralink. It talked about the fucking Amazon healthcare, and then
is
it
this
talked
like
about
all the things in Cyberpunk that could be a reality soon?
like yeah, it's like soon cyberpunk won't be fiction.
Oh god. Somebody asked me recently if they were like, if you could be isekai'd into World of Warcraft, would you? And it was like, no. I don't ever want to be in any video game
no.
world. Unless it's like Stardew Valley
I think the
or
only,
Animal Crossing.
I think the only this
Like,
is
the only
this
fantasy
is
world-
even a maybe, but Lancer.
Bad.
If I was isekai'd into a world, it would be Lancer, because
Fantasy life.
because literally just solar punk, and like sure the core worlds are like solar punk, communist paradise, but like there's also like tons of wars. Like there's the core worlds, and then there's the diaspora of worlds around the core worlds that basically are just independently run by random people.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like wars going on all the time, yet it's also fucking you've got like a fucking government that actually gives a shit about its citizens, or like
I'll take a farming simulator world. Give me Stardew, give me Animal Crossing, give me Dinkum, give me Palia, give me one of those worlds. Lancer,
no, I want solar punk. I want to be like I would want to be brought to a fucking world of solar punk. Do you know what solar punk is?
I want to say yes, but give me a more concrete definition so I can be sure that I understand it.
Let me see if I can find the video. Oh yeah, this is the perfect. This is the video I could put it on the.
No, I don't want a video.
Play it.
I just want a like sentence definition.
It's like, think of like a world that is actively like, it lives in coherence with nature, but like is also technologically advanced.
Okay. So basically a very high
We'll
technology,
send you this video,
but it's not like, but they're sustainable and their like
You-
emissions
you-
would be like really
they're-
low.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like you live with nature, but it's also like they've got fucking spaceships and shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll send you this video for later, but it's because
Hmm.
it's like also really cool. It's just cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I saw this art for it and like it's so cool. But like that's the kind of fucking place I want to live, is just someplace solar punk.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to farm in peace, I would want to farm in space, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the moment they give me like honestly, if in our lifetime we get a chance that we can take a one-way trip to Mars,
No. No.
I would fucking take it. I'd fucking take it.
Oh god. You know who's trying to make that happen? It's fucking Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And they're trying to do it through like indentured servitude, where people can like take on $500,000 debt, but they go there and they pay that debt off as a worker on the Mars colony. And everybody's like, "Oh, that sounds like this horror
Do you
film."
know how that's gonna?
Yeah.
Do you know how that's gonna end up for them though?
That's what they want.
Do you know how that's gonna end? Do you know how that's gonna end
It's
for them?
Iron
though?
Blood Orphan.
Do you know? That's literally just gonna be fucking Red Faction.
Yeah, that's what people say happens is like
all of those people come in and their one goal is to just kill Elon on the flight, and they just go to Mars for free.
That's literally what I would fucking do.
well, okay. I don't think Elon or Jeff Bezos would be there on the flight. I think they'd want stuff to be set up, and they'd have very heavy guard because they would not want that to happen.
They're dumb enough not to think that would happen.
Well, like the thing is that it's just literally like, what's the fucking thing? The only place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism is space.
Yeah, but they're working real hard to corrupt it. That's Iluna they are literally like that is on their mind and what they're looking at right now.
Like that's literally what I would just go there for. Like also like if I were gonna die, like going somber for a second, I would want to die under the sky of a different planet. Because cool as fuck.
When I die,
fucking...
I just want to be able to say there's too many of them. No, I don't. I don't want that at all.
I want to like it just seems like it's cool. I think it's cool. I know it's like oh, it'd probably be shit, but like I almost guarantee you it would not end well. No, sorry, I can guarantee you it will not end well. Because like they would have to I feel like it's just obvious. From any time like anyone has like made a story about Mars and like colonization.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yulin Dedge. I'm
some sort of rebellion.
I'm vibing. I'm having a grand old time right now. You are still resting, was about to hop on WoW? You can hop on WoW. You don't need me to play. Fanny, I feel like we are on different pages with this. I don't feel like we have a formal, like, we are going to spend time together on WoW. I feel it's like you're trying WoW and having fun, and I have been trying to find time to hang out with you one time, or a few times, but, like, I don't feel like we have anything official planned, and I'm starting to think that you maybe do think we have that. Any news on that Steam Deck?
I would also point out...
I
will also say, Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. So is Bezos.
I think Elon Musk is more of an idiot than Bezos.
I would agree with that. Because he bought Twitter. Well,
I don't think they're bumbling idiots. Like, I don't think they're just so incompetent. I think they had to have some measure of intelligence and had to be really smart in some areas to get where they got. I don't think they're like...
very specific.
Yeah, I don't think they're like
geniuses.
enlightened. I don't think they're geniuses overall, because I feel like most people in their position would be like, hey, I've got all this money. I don't need more money. Let's start focusing on legacy instead of profits, and like etch my name as one of the greatest people of all time, when they're kind of doing the opposite and most people hate them. But
it's, like literally, I think they're kind of intelligent, but also dumb. I think that it was a combination of they were born into money, they were kind of lucky, and they had some little measure of intelligence.
I think they're very good at short-term gains and turning things that look like losses into turning them around to like
also
be a benefit. And confidence, yeah.
Confidence in this world confidence gets you everywhere.
It's just crazy to me because I feel like at a certain point
narcissists,
they have so much money that it's just like, why get more? I would want to like be remembered as the greatest person ever. So like, if I was Bezos, I'd be like starting to pay my workers a ton. I'd start giving them a shit ton of benefits. I'd want people to think of Amazon as like the best company in the world and to want to work there. But it's like,
I have to admit, I don't really like him, but Mr. Beast is probably the best fucking example of a good rich person.
Yes.
Because, like, he does things in the background. He does things, like, I don't necessarily like his videos, but, like, I think he's a cool person.
Yeah.
He fucking went to Africa and built 100 wells with his own money. Like, and it's just frustrating because, you know, Elon and fucking Bezos would be treated like fucking gods if they did that shit.
Yeah.
They would be treated like gods. Yet they don't.
It's crazy how short-sighted they are. Mr. Beast, he's not a billionaire. He's not as rich as those guys.
You know, he makes, I think what they said he makes like 900 million. I believe, a year.
He makes or has?
But, like, makes.
Okay. And typically it all goes back into it, but
yeah, it goes back into his fucking I mean, like, people are talking about, like, I find it frustrating people are canceling him over the fucking wells thing, and I'm like,
yeah.
He's got like a that's kind of fucking annoying because, like, he's doing that out of his own, with his own money, and, like, yeah, he's making videos, but, like, ultimately the money from the videos is probably going into things that you can't even see in videos.
So I actually think about My Hero Academia when I think of Mr. Beast a lot, because in My Hero Academia, a big contention is fake heroes, right? There's all these heroes that just do it for clout. They just do it to, like,
you
get
mean
money.
My Hero Academia?
Yes. Oh my god, you're one of those. A big point of the story is that, like, there's all these fake heroes that are just doing it for their own benefit. But if you took somebody that was, like, in a burning building, and a hero saves them, and then the hero's like, yo, I'm signing autographs, get a picture with me and the person I just saved, woo! I don't really think the person who almost died in a fire is gonna be like, ugh, put me back in the burning building. This guy's so obnoxious. I want to be saved by a real hero. They'd be like, wow, this guy's a little annoying, but I'm not burning in a building right now, so I still am happy this happened, right? Like, I don't think Mr. Beast does it for clout. I think he does it for, to help people and be a good person, but he needs the clout to get there, and so he's very much a clout chaser in that regard. He does, a lot of the things he does, is to make his videos more popular and make more money, so that he can spend more money on helping people. And so a lot of people don't like him because they're like, oh, he just does it for clout. He just does it for views. And it's like, yes, because that actually lets him use that money to help more people.
That's how he makes money. That's how he makes money.
It's less of a, like, pariah thing with, like, the whole Bible's like, not the whole Bible, but there's, you know, a verse in the Bible that's like, don't pray openly. It's not about showing, it's about actually praying. And for Beast, it's like, no, it's about showing because that's what gets the results. A lot of people seem to hold that standard to him of like, oh, he's just making a show of it. He doesn't actually care about them. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Beast was a piece of shit, didn't care about them at all, and was spending half of the money he made on these videos on cocaine and hookers and drugs or whatever. But, like, he'd still be helping more and more people, right? And to dislike him because he's just chasing clout is like, but people are still being helped. Are you saying you'd rather them not get helped at all? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. It's just like, it's like if he makes money that way, that's how he's gonna fucking. Of course, he's gonna do the videos. But like, dude, this guy's done. Like, sure, we don't know how long how this will be long term. In terms of the wells, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, right now they have fucking clean water.
Yeah. So people are complaining that these wells will not be usable in 3 to 5 years, based on maintenance. But it's like
we'll find out in 3 to 5 years. And we'll see if he
they could just get maintenance, right? Yeah, I would assume Mr. Beast put maintenance
easily,
into them.
I'm assuming he's gonna figure out maintenance for them.
I would also assume that the option was a well that works for 3 to 5 years or no well at all. How can you be mad at them having a well for 3 to 5 years? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I didn't like Mr. Beast for a while because of the VR chat video.
I don't watch his videos, but I think he's. Well, wait, what'd he do? Oh God, what'd he do on VR? Oh no.
He did a.
No,
hold on. He did a talent show, like 4 or 5. I think it was 4 years ago on VR chat. This was back when like really big animations were huge. VR chat was like going through its Ugandan Knuckles thing, and like. People would show up in streamer worlds.
That's when I first started joining.
And they would show massive animations.
That's when I joined.
Do you remember the Halo animation where the Covenant ship would show up above you?
Oh yeah, I have that avatar actually on my character.
Mr. Beast
on my Lost Earth.
Mr. Beast found out about that stuff, and he was like, "This is really cool. Let's do a talent show on VR chat, and whoever has the best animation, we'll give them $50,000." And so they did some tryouts. They got like 30 contestants. And to those 30 contestants, they said, okay, make the best animation possible. In 6 months, we'll have a talent show. Winner gets $50,000. At the time, he was thinking, great, you know, these guys that are going to be doing this anyway, one of them's going to get $50,000. This is going to be, what could go wrong, right? This is 4 years ago. This was a learning experience for Mr. Beast. What ended up happening is that one of them was like, $50,000 is life-changing for me. So I need to go all out on this animation. I'm going to drop out of college so I can focus on this for 6 months. And then like a few others found out about that and they were like, wait, this guy's literally dropping out of college to focus on this as like a full-time job? Well, I don't have a chance unless I do that as well. So like 3 of them dropped out of college. At this point, there's only one winner, right? You can't, at some point, at least 2 people are going to have dropped out of college and not win and have nothing to show for it. And so the animators were going so hard on this that they were kind of just like stressing the fuck out over it. When it actually came to the talent show, his management team didn't really run it that properly. VRChat was having bugs that day. And so what happened was Mr. Beast was going to show up for like 5 or 6 hours, watch all the animations, and then they were going to, him and a few other judges were going to vote on them. They got through 18 of them, and then he ran out of time and like basically had to take a flight across the world for another video or something. And so 12 of them he just didn't even get to see. And so it was like some of these animators stressed the fuck out for like 6 months. Their animation didn't even get to be seen. And it was like, what do you do? What could you imagine if you dropped out of college and he didn't even get to see your animation? Like, he basically had to like show some of them in this video and then just move on, be like, we're going to the next video. And this was a learning experience for him. He's like, okay, don't give people a lot of time to work on this because money means a lot to people. And they are literally going to throw their lives away to give themselves the best chances in this opportunity. And so I didn't like him for that. I was like, oh my god, these poor animators. He didn't even do anything to make up to those 12. That sucks. This is so shitty. But I found it really hard to dislike the guy when he's like, we're gonna plant 2 trillion trees. We're gonna fund ocean cleanup. We're gonna restore 2,000 blind people. And it's just like, well, okay, I get it. It sucks. He's talked about it in podcasts. He's talked about like how a lot of this stuff is a learning process for him because there's no manual for this, right? There's no like, hey, if you're going to do a contest where you give $50,000 to people, don't give them a shit ton of time to work on their project because they're going to throw the rest of their life away in preparation for this.
Yeah.
And that 50,000 becomes life or death.
Yeah. So, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 of them literally dropped out of college to work on the animation. And it makes sense, right? Like 50,000.
That's like,
that's a year's salary for people.
for me,
Yeah,
that's
that's
2 years.
like
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't drop out because, like, if I lose, what am I going to do?
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
exactly like that's the fucking like that's kind of one of those things that's just like I would put it honestly on the animators for coming up with that decision. Like bruh, like I can understand if it's like somebody who's like literally like got nowhere else to go, not in college, but also does like animation shit. But like if you're in college, you have a chance to actually like I mean, don't get me wrong, college is for everybody, but like you have some fucking chance to do something with that. You'll learn something.
Well, so my understanding was that, like, for some of
Maybe.
these people, they weren't American, right? So for, like, some of them, it was like they were in a country where 50,000 US dollars was like 5 to 10 years of salary for them. So it's like, oh yeah, if I lose this, I can just go back to college, right? Or maybe they couldn't, but it was very much a like, this is so life-changing, I need to go all in. And like, I get that. I personally wouldn't do that. I would never like stop going to college. I would never like stop doing whatever I was doing to do that. I understand the logic for it though. I understand their thought process, and I'm sympathetic toward that. It's, like I said, it was a learning process for Mr. Beast. Now he tries to do challenges that are like, you have 1 day to do this, or whoever can do this the longest.
He's smarter about it.
For sure.
Yeah, I think he's just learned a lot.
Oh yeah. One of the challenges he did
like,
somewhat recently was he had a plane, and the last person to take their hand off gets the plane. And so, like, if at most you give up like 2 days for that, right? Because I think it went longer than 24 hours. Nobody's like dropping out of college for that. Nobody's like burning bridges with their family for that. And he tries to do stuff more like that now, or his own little project thing. So if it takes a while, it's not like somebody has to participate in a talent contest and potentially get nothing, right? There was some drama somewhat recently. He did a hide and seek game. And he probably edited the results from it. So there was like one girl who I think she got 3rd or 2nd. And then when the video came out, he kind of edited her out so it made it look like she got like 6th or 7th. And like XQC got 2nd or 3rd. And she messaged him. She was like, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do this? You know, this was a huge confidence boost for me that I did so well in this competition. And you just invalidated it and made me look like a fool in front of people. And it's like, no shit he does that. Because XQC is a bigger name than you. XQC fans aren't going to care as much if XQC shows up to a thing and gets like 7th out of 8 people. Whereas if XQC gets 2nd, they're going to be more invested and more going to watch it, and Mr. Beast is going to make more money, which he can then put into more videos. It's a fucking hide and seek game. This should not make or break your ego and confidence. It's the content creator game, and you as a big content creator should fucking know this. But like,
yeah.
So he doctored the results for this. Who fucking cares? And she's like trying to cancel Mr. Beast over it. So dumb.
It's like who fucking gives a shit.
To be honest, the only valid complaint about the video wasn't even against Mr. Beast, but that it takes months for charities to get the money to donate to well, a young rich influencer can just do it. Well, so Fanny, with the wells, what was happening was he made 100 wells, and it takes months for charities to be able to do the same thing. And it was kind of just like, oh, rich white guy can just do it easily in no time at all. Which the charities, they know. They're like, yeah, this sucks and it's frustrating. But this is dumb. There was one politician who wasn't even a full politician. It was an aspiring politician, who was like, I hate Mr. Beast for this because it shows incompetence of the Kenyan government. You know, they're doing their best, they're doing a good job, and doing this video just makes them look bad. It makes the Kenyan government look corrupt and like they don't take care of their people, which portrays the narrative that African countries are, you know, primitive and not as well off as the developed nations of the world. And it's like, well, one guy is saying this. Literally one person is saying this, and it's not even like a notable guy. It's just an aspiring politician. And two, I think most people are kind of moving away from this. I don't think most people believe Africa lives in huts and hunts for food. But in this particular area, clearly the politicians were corrupt and these people needed water. So, like, I don't know. It was one guy. The problem was a lot of news stories were latching onto this. And so, like, places, I think it was Yahoo, was writing stories about how, you know, Mr. Beast is in hot water over this well video, yada yada. Oh no, I mean what the charity said, like you mentioned. Yeah, so I was talking about the charities, and then I was talking about this other guy, Fanny, because there was more than just the charities. There was a lot of news stories latching onto what this guy was saying, that he makes the Kenyan government look bad.
Well, I mean, that's their fucking problem.
Mm-hmm. Me when I deleted a wrong bone 1 hour ago. Oh no. Ah. What the fuck? Somebody's playing Destiny today. Anatomy do me hard. Did I just hit my mic there? I totally did. Ugh. I don't know. I had a little bit of fun. I don't really care for Destiny, but one of my best friends fucking loves Destiny, and so I've played it with her sometimes. But yeah, while I was having maintenance for 17 more minutes. Yeah, because today the raid is coming out as well as Mythic Dungeons, I'm not surprised. Swear to God, if you put ground beef in the sink again, I'm going to make you eat it. Wrong chat. Who the fuck's putting ground beef in the sink? I know I'm not. I'm sitting here eating 5-day-old ground beef like, well, I can't let it go bad. I know that ain't toward my DMs.
I believe that's a Yulin joke Global just made.
Well, yes, obviously, but I'm piggybacking off it and being like,
if it doesn't have mold, it's free to go.
Oh God.
I know, and I'm picking on you for piggybacking off of it.
No, you weren't.
Vicious cycle.
You literally weren't. You were just explaining to me that it's a Yulin joke. Like I didn't get it.
Yeah, that was the joke.
There's no joke there, Lost One. I am in your DMs.
Sure there isn't.
There's no joke. The chat is just insulting.
Okay, but is a Turkish pizza a calzone? I missed the answer to that one due to bad internet. I asked what a Turkish pizza is, and I don't think they ever answered me. So I also
No one answered it.
don't know the difference or similarities.
Because I was listening the entire time, and no one answered that question based off what you were reading.
I remember exactly where we were in the
I don't even
video.
remember the question.
Is a Turkish pizza and a calzone the same thing or different? I don't remember the exact question.
I don't know what a Turkish pizza is.
That was me because my internet died right after I commented. Yeah, I don't know what a Turkish pizza is. I think I know what a calzone is. That's basically a like sealed pizza, right?
It's basically fancy pizza roll. Big fancy pizza roll.
A Turkish pizza is not a calzone. It looks nothing like a calzone. A calzone is just a pizza with no sauce folded in half, cooked together.
I think you should said Fanny to D. No.
Turkish pizza is just a bunch of tiny pizzas cooked and then stacked on top of each other.
So realistically, you can call a Turkish pizza a sandwich.
No, it's like a pizza. No, they're all the same way. It's like pizza stacked like pancakes.
Yes. So it's a pizza sandwich.
Bye.
But
Thank you for joining.
have good rest of stream. Why
Have fun.
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go.
See you around.
I'm kind of like, who would I raid right now? And there's somebody that I kind of like that I'd raid.
We'll take over Jerusalem. Jairus will.
No.
I mean, a burrito is also not a calzone.
The food cube is her sociopathic personality test. I have heard the food cube debate. It's not that insane. It just needs different labels. Because saying pizza is the same as toast is wrong. But you can say pizza and toast fit in this category. That's not that insane.
Can I call pizza a pancake?
No, because a pancake can be eaten without toppings.
Well, no. So the food cube debate is where's the gluten? And that's how you classify food. So because toast is bread where the gluten is and toppings, and pizza is bread where the gluten is, and then toppings on top of it, they would be classified the same. The problem is, in the example for this, it says toast is you have the gluten and then toppings, and so pizza is toast, which is like, what? No, that's not how it works. You need a different classification for these things to designate them. You can't just take one and be like, all the others are this now. Why is this question even being asked? Alright, that's the Google results. The one I had today was in the form of a burrito from a Turkish place.
I mean, a burrito and a calzone aren't the same. A burrito has an opening. Well, no, a burrito doesn't need to have an opening. But a burrito is like a tortilla. A calzone's like thick crust.
I also think
Hand pizza.
I also think what's inside them also matters, with calzone having a very specific type of what's inside it, and a burrito being a little vague.
Yeah, pretty much anything. Burrito's like, you can put anything in this motherfucker. Becomes a burrito.
So, years ago, my mom made a wrap, but it had apple, sliced up apple, caramel sauce, syrup, and peanut butter inside like a tortilla wrap.
I literally just got stun locked by that. It was a wrap with peanut butter. What else?
Apple, like diced up apple.
Okay.
And caramel syrup.
Huh.
Like Heinz.
I'd eat that.
Not Hershey syrup.
I would also
said
eat that,
I'd
actually.
still eat that. I like all three of those things, and I like all three of those things together.
Is a calzone a gyro?
And the wrap,
I have no idea.
a gyro is...
No, a calzone is not a gyro either.
It's gyro, you uncultured slut.
I Okay.
Look here, I'm American. I pronounce it the freedom way. I don't know what to tell you.
If Arby's pronounces it gyro, then it shall be pronounced gyro.
Is Cora a salad?
Cora
No. Boss is a salad.
No,
Cora is not a salad.
I've heard that core is a snack.
True.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Did you
I-
just say true? Oh my god.
I was watching. There's a YouTuber I watch. There's a YouTuber I watch named Lythro. I watch his out of context clips, and there was one where they were playing the Dragon Ball Fighter game, with mods, so that one of the teams looked like SpongeBob and Patrick, and
Oh my god.
one of them, they're fighting these AI raid bosses, SpongeBob and Patrick just fucking destroys one of them. And one of them does in Patrick's voice, know your fucking place, puh, trash. And then one of them goes, no, Patrick, down smash is not an instrument. And it was just so fucking funny.
Oh wait, I think that was Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
They were doing that.
It might have been. They play a lot of fighting games, and it's sometimes hard to tell what
Because-
game they're playing with the mods they run.
Because the clip was
Patrick as the big burly guy who uses a metal pipe instead of
Mm,
Marvel vs. Capcom.
okay. Did you know I'm forklift certified? That means I can kill you and the police will say, hey, that's cool. Aw. Yeah, they have played with, the guy that does the Eggman voice a lot.
yeah.
He was very prominent in the 2 raids that had Sonic characters in for
Dragon Ball Z Fighters, where
Mm-hmm.
he was Eggman as
fucking Super Baby 2.
I am getting very hungry. I do think I'm gonna end. Do I have a good raid target? I see someone I like.
who could it be? This
Uh,
person who's going to get by.
while later today. While later today. I'm gonna check my recommended channels real quick. I'm gonna check how long this person's been live. They haven't been live long at all, so we're gonna go there.
Nigga's dead.
They're gonna have no idea who I am, but we have a lot of mutual friends.
I'm going to watch this reaction of the person once he raid.
Okay.
Watch, they're like, Yuland, what are you doing here?
No,
Like,
they're gonna have no clue who I am. Behavior, look at me. Anchor, look out. Can't do it through the glass, of course. Look at the sky. We're coming over here. Where's this? Slash raid. Oh god. He's got a fucking underscore in his name.
Bro, stop hating on people with underscores in their name.
It's inferior. Okay, we're going to Radiant Soul TV. Radiant Soul's been in the VR chat space for a long time.
Oh, Radiant. Oh yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know him personally.
You know of
Like,
them.
I joined
Oh,
In
okay.
like his group and joined on at one time, but
I
that's
see,
it.
I see. No hangout more, we won't believe. I don't believe that at all, Global. Thanks for stream. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Carface. Oh, wait, who are you? Elcor, not everything Sennheiser is good. They make so much trash. Oh, what the fuck? I have an underscore in my name. I know, and it's wrong, Freya. I still love you. You are such an amazing person that it makes up for your name. That being said, thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 5.2 miles today. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy on work.